Hi there, hello, good evening, and welcome back to Immersive Realms. 'Tis I, your ever-loving host, Chef Matt, aka Chef, aka Matt. How are we all doing this evening to you in chat? Sorry about the technical issues trying to get in here. I hit the plug. But hello to my lovely players. Hello, lovely players.
Well, DM.
Hello, lovely
How
players.
are you all doing tonight, lovely players?
Doing well, DM.
Thank you. I love this teacher vibe I'm giving off tonight. But Andy, as per usual, do we have any announcements before the tonight's games?
Just the usual that Mondays will be the Brothers Plate 3, continuing on the shenanigans that has been happening. We have had romances, we've had disasters, we've had all sorts. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it goes. So definitely tune in on 7:30 p.m. on Mondays, UK time, for more of Brothers Plate 3. But other than that, no further announcements other than the sick new 3D intro, which is again done by our lovely Anno. So thank you very much. It is it's stunning. I love it. I will happily admit that when I downloaded it, I watched it about 3 or 4 times. Just
4 hours, you mean, sorry.
Before I had to do my other stuff. But yes, thank you, Anno. It's very much appreciated. But that's all the announcements. So back to you, DM.
Fantastic, thank you so much. Well, running a little bit behind tonight, so without further ado, we will jump straight into tonight's game. For those who might be new, this is hi, I'm your DM for this evening. This is my homebrew 5th edition campaign called The Shadows We Fear. Welcome in, sit down, get some popcorn, shut the fuck up and chat. That's mean to Cullen. Say everything, shut the fuck up, my players. And let's jump into tonight's game. So, you all come to consciousness in the shop of one Salber Grimsby. You awake to see a light rain pitter-patter over the wet cobbled streets outside, with it being light enough that only some people have opted to raise their hoods to stave off the rain, whereas others let it drip onto them, perhaps enjoying its cooling touch. However, it is clear to all this pleasantness may not last long, and heavier rain is blowing in on high winds. Not stormy or torrential, but enough to keep those who don't like to be outside in. There is something worse in the upcoming rain, though. Eleril, the hangover that hangs over you is tremendous. The ghost of yesterday's dirt cheap wine now haunts your head, making it pound. The rest of you, thankfully, though, wake up without issue, feeling quite refreshed and ready to hit the road. Last we left off, as you wake up, you had been in the home city of Pavmar. I realize I've done this back to front, but we're going to roll with it. You were in your home capital city of Pavmar, for some of you, waiting to see who was going to replace your departed friend Calanthea, who has departed back up north to rebuild, and actually, essentially rebuild, to build his House of Iron. A little bit less than fashionably late, entered a man by the name of Wash. He's introduced himself as a human with dirty but functional armor. Immediately laid into Joel, and immediately Joel retaliated. But he is a guild member. He has been recommended by name, and you have accepted him into your party. It was decided that there is some news about the Thunderbrands that you guys want to go and deal with, having left that sort of situation hanging in the air with other more immediate matters coming to hand prior. The Thunderbrand Warriors, a war band of Goliaths and Orcs, have taken over the Suntop Monastery. There's been no news of any survivors or escapees, and that's kind of what you knew from that. So with that information in mind, and with the promise to Salba that you'll take him home, you did exactly that. You rented a pony, made your way back to the industrial city of Utoris to find the shop, Salba Grimsby's shop, with a lovely for sale sign on front of it. Instead of doing anything sensible, you guys broke in the door. Instead of using men to fix the door, Wash and Joel then went to go steal the councilman's door and also his desk. In the meantime, the councilman had made his way to the shop, in which case Lavender, being the ever-loving badass that she is, threatened him with a bear and sexism claims, and he eventually had to cough up some money, which is lovely. Now Salber has his shop back. You went to bed with our rogue of the party, Eleril, going to go find someone that your dear friend Emmerich had scryed upon. An old friend called Quen. Eleril, you found her passed out unconscious under a table after drinking herself to an oblivion state. You woke her up, and drinks were shared between the two of you after a quick little catch up, turned into you filling in your whole adventures over the last, well, however long that she's not been with you. You gave us some money, sent it to Pavmar, and that is where we left off. Sorry, with you all waking up, in this state. I will say, Joel, you do remember who Elleril is since last we left off.
My
That
dementia.
hasn't escaped you. And as I say, you guys all come to consciousness. Is there anything you would like to do? Salber, I will say, is up. He is currently brewing a pot of tea on the stove.
So just where was it? We were heading up Titansville Crater, weren't we? Way.
So I believe you guys had two ideas. I believe the main one being going towards the Titansfall crater to quickly check on the drow situation there. I.e., have our friends made contacts and started a route. I believe Ellie wanted to check in on quickly. I think I could be wrong, but
Just checking the map. Yeah.
We were also going to see if they knew anything about mushrooms that could be spreading the maddening rot.
ooh, that was it. Yeah, the maddening rot, a disease that has taken over Losterim.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going up past Fort Hayden. Right, okay. Just getting my bearings on where we're going.
It's almost like you made this journey once before. It's almost like you
I
once followed this.
know.
Yeah, who'd have
That
guessed?
was like session 2.
It's almost like you
Which was
go
nearly
the
4
paths
years
once
ago.
walked. But you all again wake up. The rain is outside, and again, for those who like it, it's that lovely, cool, crisp rain. You can smell the ozone that hangs in the air. That lovely pre-storm sort of smell of rain after a hot day is definitely in the air right now. And again, Elo, you are just suffering with that con save you made last session.
Joel's just
I'm
gonna have a nice cup of tea.
You just pour tea over yourself.
Oh fuck yeah!
You forgot, didn't you?
Joel will sit there and stare at everyone else drinking
No,
tea.
I like to think that's canon, that you actually go take a cup of tea from Salber and.
So the scene from Airplane was like he's got his drinking problem, but he just keeps pouring it over his face.
True that.
Yeah, I'm just retreating to the corner of the table that we're sat at. I'm just head down, only peering up to take a drink every once in a while.
Joel will like purposely being like clanging cutlery or whatever's on the table, just clanging it a little bit louder, like thumping it on the table.
So your own body being nut, and they actually keep knocking your own hands a little bit too loud against things.
Like rubbing my hands together, so it's like metal scraping.
Just in proper evil bastard.
Yeah.
What happened to you last night?
Wine. Find Gwen. Let's make sure that she can make away with Pavmar.
Surprised she's still alive.
If you could call it how I found her living. I was surprised that she came back here, considering this where the Creed attacked her, you know.
Hopefully the Creed won't be doing that anymore.
Hopefully. I'm interested to find out.
Oh no, the Creed did it
The
again!
Creed just decided, fuck you.
I got him.
It's the fucking Hot Fuzz meme, shame. Just as a man pops up from behind the counter, Salber takes his final revenge.
And he's back.
Did the Creed take you out, Kilo? Did they do it?
They assassinated me.
Do you want to turn your camera back on, buddy?
I'm fucking working on Discord's being a dick. The Creed just sabotaged the laptop.
The Creed are in the Wi-Fi.
There we go. They're in the trees.
Yeah, hopefully. Depending how leadership goes, I'm not too sure if they took Falcoris's warning to heart or not.
We'll have to wait and see. I'm not above a second war.
How are you doing, anyways?
Joel just gonna wipe some tea off of his face, adjusting.
Actually, I was going to ask that, Joel, if it's not too personal. Are you clockwork? Are you fueled by other means? How do you exist? Not to be harsh.
It's a great question. I don't know.
Do you mind?
I have no memory of any of this.
I take a look.
Go ahead.
Thank you. He comes over, and it takes a bit of time. And again, you don't feel pain in the traditional way of, what we mortals feel as pain. But you do feel, pain in your own sense of as he's pulling apart these metal panels and sheets to get into you. Not doing any damage, but it does feel an exceptionally strong discomfort and in some points, pain. But he then takes seconds, look inside you. You all can see Joel get opened up in the chest compartment. And again, you don't see clockwork mechanics. You don't see, piece-like technology or arcane maneuvers. All you see in the center is where this bit is. I believe it's called the solar plexus. I could be completely wrong though. Is a large cylindrical tube, and inside the tube is a wisping green energy that is violently shaking itself inside this what looks like to be a glass canister of some sort. And it's the identical color of what Joel's spells come out as. And Salvo takes a second and... Well, that's a rare sight. Ladies and gentlemen, might I show you Joel's soul, in case you questioned if he had one. You are just soul-powered. It's beyond my means, and takes a hells of a lot of effort to do this. Your brain's bigger than mine, but your soul is fueling the suit, and only your soul.
So that's me.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, actually, you are looking at your own soul. That's quite interesting.
That's weird.
It is. It's beautiful. To see
So
your
is that-
soul captured.
There's no flesh, no bone.
Not at all. It's only this, and the metal that surrounds it.
Joel's just gonna like tapping the glass, like just can't go with the fact that that's him. That's his soul.
You all have hearts, lungs, organs, blood. But deep inside all of that is, and he points to the soul, one of these, scattered in energy. It's very rare, exceptionally rare to see it pulled into one thing such as this and trapped as well. I think the
How?
Creed back in the year were working on it, but not to my knowledge ever tested or tried.
Well, we know of others as well.
Oh? More of Joel's kind, or?
No. Just souls being trapped into objects.
It's a risky process, and you either want to do it because you love someone, and you don't want to let them go, they're useful for you, or you want to torment a soul and leave it trapped instead of passing to the great beyonds that be.
But the final say was he didn't have one of these. He was bound to his armor and his weapons. Why do I have one of these?
I can't answer that one. He begins to close you up after that one and seal you back in again.
Never let it be said that Joel didn't open up to those around him.
Nope.
Come on, man, I've just laid my soul out for you.
Shut up.
But I know you guys have a journey to make, so don't let me keep you. And as I say, the other night, or last night, if you ever find yourself a new Taurus, you're more than welcome in my shop anytime.
We'll
All
drop
of you.
by. We'll drop by again.
Thank you.
Make sure that you don't get any hassle off of the councilman.
Trust me, I won't. I don't think. I think you three points to Lavender, or looks at, sorry, Lavender, Joel, and Wash. I've done enough to guarantee that I won't be pestered anytime soon. And you too, Brownie. And he gives that Brownie big, like, behind the ear scritches. His little halfling hands reaching round. Gnome hands, sorry. Reaching round.
I'm glad you clarified that. There's a huge difference between gnome hands and halfling hands.
Exceptional. Too many fingers on the other one. When I'm wrong, canonically.
Right. Well, shall we get
Millions
going?
worth of hats.
Yeah, I think it's best unless anyone else has anything they want to do.
It's not like I need to eat.
Womp womp.
Joel's gonna
Okay,
be
then.
bitter about this for the rest of his life. His dreams of opening a
Oh.
restaurant are gone.
I mean, you still can.
No, you can. You just can't eat the food.
You can be the janitor, it's fine. You don't need to do that.
Just stand there
Janitor is-
menacingly and stare at the guests. Eat your fucking food. We don't want eat your food.
It tastes bad. I don't fucking know that.
But with that, you guys all get your backpacks all organized, roll up your sleeping bags from the floor from which you slept, between the aisles of the shops, of the shop aisle, sorry. And you open up, and sure enough, the early morning rainy Taurus greets you. Again, you can see all these people milling about, going around their daily duties, wherever they may be, small, medium, or large in nature.
Look up
Grab
the
some
hood
horses and move.
You want to
Cool.
rent some horses? You certainly do that. We will say if you want to rent some horses, you can take them up to Fort Hayden if you want to. Excuse me, there's a stable at Fort Hayden they can be dropped off at with the usual system of you can't just take them and typical D&D party let them die in the woods somewhere or set them free.
What? No, rude.
They need to be stabled, so if you want to take them from here to Fort Hayden, cost the party, fucking, we'll say 10 gold for the horses in that amount of time for the whole party to rent out these horses.
I mean,
Alright, who's forking?
Joel doesn't have any money, so
He
No,
also hasn't got his backpack yet from when he fucking died.
Joel has nothing.
I mean, it's in the bag of holding. Which I believe
Feels like-
Falcoris has a hold of now.
Alcorus is the fucking pack mule of this company.
Yeah,
He
and
has
so
the
was
10.
Galanthir. Deal with it.
He has the 10, he has the fucking the bag of holding now, he has everything else.
See,
Joel
when we
literally just
cast
has the
Falcoris
final
into
say
Vol-
swords.
when we cast Falcoris into the volcano, it's going to really fuck the party.
What if he opens a bag of holding and just puts it ahead of him as he jumps in the lava, so he just scoops it all up and he goes straight through? Ignore all the laws of fluid dynamics and he'll go straight through.
Goes all the way through the crust of the earth, through the core, out the other side.
Yeah. Are we wanting to get horses? Because if we need to drop them off at Fort Hayden, that's only going to save us about 4 hours before them.
Yeah, let's get some fucking horses, eh? Fucking hell.
I don't know. I think
I'll-
I like the idea of walking personally.
Who the fuck are you to
I'll
say
walk.
anything? Shut up.
It's not like I'm
I'll walk
gonna get
everywhere.
tired.
Ah, exactly. We'll walk. You can walk as well, can't you?
I don't mind the walk.
Good walk in the rain will do you good, Captain.
I'll leave the
Good
fucking
exercise.
tent behind and you can sleep in the fucking the
I
floor.
think I've said multiple times that Brownie could probably carry the 10.
I'm not
I
going
think I've said this
No,
multiple
I'm not going to do that in
fucking
Brownie.
times.
I'm not going to do
Oh,
that,
so he's
Brownie.
just being stubborn.
Yeah, but no,
oh,
it's
okay.
just it's just the weight of a normal tent, right? It's not like a
It's literally the way of a
excessively
normal
heavy.
tent. It
Yeah,
is a
and
magical tent.
he is a bear.
You can buy brownie saddles if you wanted to, and like get those little saddle packs so you can.
I think
attach
I've
things to
said
Brownie.
multiple times you
Lavender.
can use Brownie.
Lavender, shut up. Gives me a fucking reason to moan. Shh. Fucking weight of this thing's
fork over-
ridiculous, and I've been lugging it about for who long? God knows how long now.
Wonder the
Yeah, well, at
Oh.
least you're
shit's on
alive.
me all
Quit
the time.
complaining.
I'll pay for the ponies. I'll pay that 10 gold.
Hearing Falcor's and you were having the headache just isn't going to go well together. A hungover Caligorm and a moany Falcorus is not a good combination.
It's the
just
first
a
time we've
skin
walked in
shop.
the rain situation all over again.
It's almost like it's a memory lane thing, because I believe it
Yeah.
rained when you guys left as well in your first
None
adventure.
of you got over the walking in the rain thing. No.
Apparently not, Lavender. These guys
Apparently
just
not,
feel better
no.
about it. But, Eleril, you go and buy your ponies. 10 gold is handed over, and you are all equipped with a horse. A nice little riding horse. You'll saddle up, give a good little yeehaw, and ride out of town. The road
Right
is
out of town.
the road is easy. Again, obviously well-maintained path between here and Fort Hayden. Up to, I believe, the bridge. Let me double check the map again. It's been a while. I was going to say that. Yeah, so you leave Taurus, heading north. When you get to the bridge, a landmass before Fort Hayden, you can start to see the fort itself, obviously creeping in the distance. And when you cross over that bridge, it goes from, again, these well-maintained pathways and the like, to going to more well-trodden grass and mud paths the second you hit the other side of the bridge. But you make it, and you can see again Fort Hayden in the distance by the time the sun is setting. If you want to make it all the way to Fort Hayden, you can.
Yep.
If you want to find shelter.
Press on.
You get up to Fort Hayden. From a distance, you can see it is fully manned. You can see all the torch lights and the shuffling people around it. But even from here, you can see that but as you're approaching it from a distance, you can see that it looks like its defenses and new defenses have been reinforced and installed. There is a brand new outer wall currently under construction, surrounded by wooden scaffolding and beams. You can see freshly cut wooden watchtowers to look out over the grass plains that surround the fort itself. The singular circular tower, where the stonework has been not crumbled per se, but left to the elements, has all been repaired as well. The guard on these new walls and such are wearing fresh new armor, fresh new swords that still glint and gleam, and are freshly faced. You don't see a single face that you recognize as you approach the walls and enter the Fort Hayden proper.
I like dismount from my horse and start just leading it in and wait for somebody to hail me and talk to me.
As you guys are coming into the fort itself, you aren't stopped. You all get to the stables, begin to leave the horses behind and tie them all up and that sort of stuff, until a woman appears from behind you. She has dark skin, brown bark eyes that look tired yet equally as alert at the same time. She's only small in nature, about 5'5" or so, but the energy that she exudes just standing in front of you makes her appear to be bigger. She carries herself quite tall and strong, despite her actual physical size. On her back is a ridiculously long longbow and a quiver full of arrows at her hip. Evening, travellers.
Evening. What's the commander's name? I'm trying to look Facebook. The watch
You don't
captain.
recognise her.
I know, but I'm trying to think of the captain's watch
Oh
captain.
god. The guy with the TH, I'm pretty sure it was.
Fucking.
It's
We just
been-
call him that, Captain TH.
Captain TH, yeah. I forgot my notes.
Captain.
Captain.
Captain at
It's
your
been-
service, sir.
It's been a while since we were there.
It has been a while.
What's your name? You're right there. No, my name is.
My parents hate me. What they name you?
They couldn't afford any vowels.
Ah,
worst
I will ask for him anyway.
You ask for him, and she says, sorry, he's been sent south.
So,
I'm the new captain here. My name is Captain Ishii, and it would do you well to remember that.
Oh, that's where all the bells went.
Captain Ishii.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying that as me. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am formerly Captain Valcora Silren, now Defender of the Throne, and this is the Twilight Company.
Defenders of the Throne. In my little fort. Well, come in. Let's get out of the rain then. Let's get you warmed up.
Thank you.
Okay.
Lovely new reinforcements and building here.
Yep, decided to make a few changes when I took over this post.
All right.
Didn't live too long.
May I ask who authorised your station here?
Let me verify you're a Defender of the Throne first, then maybe we can talk about names and higher up stations, if
That's
that's
fair.
quite alright. No disrespect.
No, I
But
understand
I'm
it.
just going to take your word on it.
Little tip, you might want to do that at the door before we got in, but you do
Well,
you.
it's raining and I have no time for standing out in this pissing rain. I'd rather fight you in close combat if I needed to as well. But in you come. Get inside.
I appreciate that.
Matt, can I insight check? See if she's actually being forthcoming with this, or if she's
Sure. Absolutely. Make an insight check.
15 on the die plus 7, 22.
22. Best you can tell, she's being open and honest. She again is
Okay.
a little bit, yeah, you say you're defenders of the throne, but she doesn't know that, obviously. So that's
Yeah.
the one thing she's skeptical about, is you saying who you are. But she, at best you can tell, hasn't told a lie as of yet.
Okay.
She has her guard up with newcomers coming into her fort.
Just follow her in, and then when eventually get inside,
yeah.
bring the hood down and...
You do exactly that. You make your way inside. And again, even the inside here, where before you walked into like a nice little kitchenette area sort of thing, the tower has had extensions built onto the side of it. So the base of the tower actually now comes out a little bit. And you can see that the kitchen is now off to a designated side. In the middle, there's still this long dining table with lit candles on the front of it. There's still a roaring fireplace that's always been there. That hasn't changed. But you can see there's now more spaces for desks where you see a couple people doing administration work by the looks of things. Of course, you know this. Know the daily runnings of an actual fort does take administration, believe it or not. And you can sort of see the spiral staircase that goes up to, again, where the sleeping area is. You all know this, Wash. Obviously, this is the first time you've been to this fort, so this is all new to you, of course. You don't know anything's changed, of course, but how many more times can I say, of course, in the paragraph? But there we go.
Of course.
Got to reach your
Of
word
course.
count, you know?
100%, man. Thus, we get there. But you all come in. She takes a seat at the table at one of the two head chairs. Offers for you guys to take a seat if you'd like to. So, what brings you up this way? Of course, you realize that getting up further north is dangerous.
Of course, and that's why we're going for the north. We'll be investigating the claims of the Thunderbrand taking over the monastery.
Ain't no claims, nothing but truth.
Well, we want to see what they're up to and what they've expanded into.
Fair enough. On your head be it. You won't catch me dead up there.
Well, I hope you just
That's
defend
fair,
this side.
That's what I'm here to do. This is my fort. These are my troops. And nothing will cross it.
So, what happened to the watch commander?
He was sent down south and I took over. Him and all his troop.
Any reason why?
Honestly, I don't know that part. All I was simply told was I was getting a promotion and a handover to a new station here. Came from Gahima Station South and been transferred all the way up here. They liked the way I ran my tight ship, and just apparently they needed something like that in Fort Hayden. I can see why. It was a little bit lackluster, shall we say? And I've done some spring cleaning, done some maintenance, and it'll be a perfect defendable fort, especially with these new threats up north that are ever pushing south.
Well, I can say that you definitely have the support. The last commander didn't have that, so You'd be count yourself lucky. But I like what
Might
you've
have
got
to-
here.
yeah, I'm not trying to shit on the old commander. However,
oh.
I do know that he was. From my understanding, it was a tale of his own doing. He became lazy, so they became lazy with him. Whereas they know that I like to keep on top of things, and so I believe I won that respect from them because I'm putting in the effort. They're giving me it back.
Oh, that's fair. You definitely. This is probably one of the most important areas for the whole Lorenthal.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I think it just fell by the wayside after Dareem. People didn't think that, not having a trading port anymore up north, Fort Hayden could be lazy. But no, the north has become quite hostile, and so Hayden needs to stand.
Well.
Um,
Are you okay?
so you came from Immersive.
That's the one, yep. Run tightly by myself.
Tell me, how's our lady Whiteforge doing?
She squints her eyes a little bit. She's doing well. How do you know of White Forge?
I was she her father was drinking buddies with my uncle.
She's going to insight that. Can you make a deception check for me, please?
What's me? The hell's deception on this sheet?
It's alphabetical.
Yeah, that's yeah. Okay,
You're a
I've written
rogue, this is your
modifier for it's 15.
Yeah, you should know where it is.
15,
don't
you said, sorry, yeah?
Yeah.
Fair. Well, she's doing quite alright. She's taken a more backseat approach as of late. Sort of let me flex my muscles and do what I wanted to do. And now I'm here. Don't know if she's now taken her post back or not, but to be honest, I couldn't care less. I've got my own duty to run. I'm not going to compare myself to others or worry about what their goings on are.
Love to hear from her. Be nice if you let her know that Kellengar mess.
Helgon. Alright. If she ever sends a letter, I'll tell her to write you a card.
Appreciate it.
But you guys are going up north then? Actually into the mountain ranges, or?
As far as it takes us. By the way, it was Tibus.
I knew it was that with T. Tibus.
Nah, his name.
Fibus.
Tibus.
His name.
Fibrous.
I know.
Fibrous.
He's a very hardy individual.
Hey! But you all listen to her, and she's, well, if you need bed and board, we don't normally take in guests, but we have the room spare. Are you staying longer than the night, or are you just taking shelter from this rain?
We'll probably stay the night and then leave in the morning.
Suits me quite well. We're not a bed and breakfast after all.
Have you any reports, anything sort of strange ongoings, anything different from the usual up north? Thunderbrand movements? Anything?
Apart from the occasional Southern War band that roams a bit too far into our woods, no?
Alright. Just
normally
any off
quick
chance.
skirmishes don't last too long. It's normally a trade of a few hours and javelins will each will sort of retreat back on itself. Not gonna lie. We're not pushing them up and they're not pushing us in. We sort of have this mutual understanding that we'll push each other's sides, but the mountains are their home turf and the grasslands are ours. We each have our advantages and we don't want to lose them overly.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Well, I was gonna say if you get into trouble, call for help. But if you're up in the mountains, don't know how you'll do that or how useful will be. Yeah. If you're up there, if you want to take time to, if you are going to scout, report back to me so I can send some reports into higher ups if you'd like to. Up to yourself. I'm not going to pay you for it. It'll just be appreciated.
When we see each other again, we'll pass information on.
It's appreciated.
Last time we ventured through here,
Mhm.
there's a situation to the northeast of a ship that managed to make its way onto land. No one was allowed near it when we passed, but is that situation resolved?
What do you mean a ship onto land? What, someone came to the beach, or...?
No, like a ship, a sailing vessel in the middle of the plains.
How the fuck would you get a ship on the middle of the plains?
Well, that's what I was asking you. But clearly you did not.
Well, this is the first I'm hearing about anything of that nature. Did
Interesting.
someone build a ship just to... Was it... Do you know what happened?
No, that's why I asked. Just
No. I've not heard of a
yeah.
ship in the middle of the grasslands, no. They belong out in the water, and that's where they stay around here.
Okay.
When we have a quiet moment, I'll just like whisper a kilogram. The Dark Blossom is purely given to the Creed. They probably wiped all the records of it.
It's interesting.
I've got to go back and patrol. There's pot of stew boiling. If you want to make your own, just wash the pot out when you're done. Beds are upstairs. You'll know which ones are the free ones because there's no personal belongings on them, so take whatever you can grab. They're not the most comfortable, but they'll do. And I'll see you in the morning, if not before.
Appreciated.
Good evening.
Enjoy the watch.
She stands up from her table, gives you all like one little respectful nod, and exits the room. I don't know if I say. I can't. I'm just. I didn't. In case I didn't say it, she is half elven in
Okay.
race. I can't remember if I said that or not, but just in case he's
A tiny little half elf.
a tiny little half, a little 5'5"
Little
half
babby.
elf, little babby half elf.
At least you're admitting 5'5" is short.
5'6", that'd be fucking no. But
And 3 inches.
That's fine.
3 inches. If you guys want to just quickly take a second to walk around, and the tower is yours. No, there's no one else sleeping or that you can see in the tower. You are alone now in this space, just in case you want to have private conversations or anything of that matter.
It was interesting.
Like I said, the ship was given to the Creed. The Creed was the ones that took over it. They would have wiped any records, and she's probably gone off records. So, she has no clue it's up there.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if it's still there.
I was just more curious on how they get the ship out if it's not there.
You need to ask the Creed that.
Hmm.
They'd probably just break it apart, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
In other news, if Arlena Whiteford has been promoted to captain of Game of South. That's our friends pretty much got full access to Tyree. That's how they used to smuggle things in and out of the country.
whatever. A small, a small point on the bigger shit that we've got on our plate. As much as there's good information, we can't deal with that at the moment.
Yeah. I do think something's going on behind the scenes. I think Orion is plotting something.
Clearly. He clearly is. We'll keep an eye on him. Once we get this back, then we can figure out what the fuck's next. So, we're about to go into fucking Thunderbrand territory. So, take your time to relax. Try and eat the stew if you can. It might be better this time around, actually. Now that they've got more fucking supplies.
It was pretty awful last time.
Yes, it was good old chow. Yeah,
Military meals.
Yeah. what I'm used to. But
Fantasy MRIs, whatever the fuck they're called, MREs, whatever they're called.
see, when you're away from
MREs,
it,
yeah.
MRI.
MRIs are fucking
MREs.
medication, medical thing. Yeah. The army food.
Just eating a giant magnet.
Right, please sit still in the MRI.
We got a veteran here.
Is that legal?
When you've been away from the chow for so long, you kind of miss it. It's kind of nostalgic. It's weird. During the time you're eating it, you fucking ate it. It is what it is.
No, we've got some good time alone as well. Maybe worth hearing your story, Wash.
Yeah. And let's start with your fucking name, if you don't mind. How the fuck did you get a name with Wash?
You'd have to ask whoever gave it to me, obviously.
Well, you don't know what...
people aren't there for the giving of their own name, are they?
I mean, you generally are when you're, when you're just born.
Do you remember the reason your parents called you Falcorus Zilren?
Because it was a fucking good name, apart from the Zilren part, but it was a good name.
Well, then I'll go with that as well.
No, there must be a story. You're not named Wash. Surely you've got another name.
Does it matter?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why you've called yourself Wash and why you've kept it all this time.
I mean, there are worse names to have. Joel.
Sponge.
Alright, glass tube.
You leave my soul alone.
Oh, souls are off limit now. Game.
They are when they're physically here.
Well,
No, I mean-
all our souls are physically here. What do you mean?
Yes, but people can poke my soul. But I'm willing to experiment on you if you get out of line.
I don't know, mate. Your tube looks quite smashable, I'll be entirely honest.
Gotta get to it first.
Yeah, but that sounds like fun, to be fair.
I'll
You sound
feel
like a
that.
big punching bag. Should be fine.
The sexual tension is killing me between these two.
I know. It's Josh. That's the ship name now. It's just
Josh,
Josh. Right. Well, if you're not going to tell us why you're called Wash, then what have you done during your times? Why'd you join the Hero Guild?
Well, I was mentored by a decently impressive warrior. She didn't really like the idea of me doing fuck all my life, so easiest thing after that was join the guild. Make some money. Because let's be honest, I'm not exactly doing anything but fighting, so and I'm okay with that. That's all right. It's not a problem with that. Not one for the military. No point. No offense.
That's fine. No ambition. No goals of your own.
Not much to say, really, when you come from fucking nowhere.
I mean, depends. Come from nowhere,
Everyone
you might
comes
want to
from
make a
somewhere.
name.
Depends, I suppose. I mean, I don't fucking like people who pick on the weak and think they're strong. That's something that pisses me the fuck off. So I suppose beating the crap out of them, do. Otherwise, yeah, I suppose. I mean, my master always said the fact is that if you don't have a purpose, you just have to wait for it to come to you. Which I was lucky enough sometimes that it would come to me.
I mean, that's interesting.
Only in the short,
Who is your mentor?
It's, what, let me go. I fucking...
Backstory
I don't know why
time.
I haven't got it up.
Is it-
because the...
It's
Hold on a minute. It's
the
it's
legend of-
the... One moment, because
Or was
it's
it
not on
Jesus?
my sheet for some reason, even though it's supposed to be. So go grab it.
The old copy to pasta hasn't worked.
Yeah, I don't know why. My sheet's been dodgy recently. Don't load it. Word. Rude. Taking it. This would be a great time to do like a ad break or something like that.
Here's an ad
I
break.
would do that.
Sponsored by HM Revenue and Customs.
This is literally every
That's
single
it.
time
There it
we
is.
hit that with a
Mineta.
what's the name?
Minetta.
She's called Minetta.
And
So how do you
Decent
spell
enough to
that?
be, you know. Menida.
Minetta.
Yeah, decent enough. Nothing too special, you know. Show me how to swing a sword, use an axe, and a hammer, obviously. Truth be
And-
told, there's not much to tell.
is she part of the Hero Guild all her life? Was she?
Not once.
Oh. So, outside influence, and then you took on the Hero Guild.
Yeah, well. You gotta do something, right? She had her purposes, I had mine.
In the front path, man.
No. Closer, kind of northeast.
Okay.
No, not the Ream. Christ. How old do you think I am? Bloody hell.
I was gonna say.
Oh, he's been fucking. If you meet someone from Dream, I'll show you a relic.
Was
But no, just a village up in the northeast. You wouldn't know the name, I'm sure.
Which
Uh-huh.
of
I am actually sure you wouldn't know the name. It's a tiny little place.
Matt, would I know the name?
Would I know the name? Because I've been travelled everywhere.
I think probably out of all of you, the one who might, and again is a strong might know the name, is Falcoris from traveling, but even then, it's a tiny little hamlet in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. You're more akin to like, the towns and that sort of stuff, you know, the major place that you could actually stay past or need to defend, but tiny little hamlets and farming communities that name themselves, yeah, you know.
Well,
Again, Elbow, as you say, if the guild hasn't had business there, don't care about it, you know?
Wow.
It's the guild that...
Wow.
It-
Okay, Caligorm.
I was being raised as a diplomat. I would like to.
For the big people, for the big wigs, not the little man. Typical royals.
well,
Hey, at least you were being raised properly.
to be fair, Wash, when I was discharged from the military, I went farming, and when this is all over and I can finally take off the armor and lay down a sword, I'll go back to farming. Little town like that might do me good.
You're weirdly suspicious of me. I want to point that out, Steve, aren't you? You're not a very trusting person.
I mean, no offense, but you are new to us, and you do have to.
Well, new to use,
Yeah.
but I was the one who was recommended to join you.
Yeah, but we
I
just
don't know what colossal fuck up would have to leave someone being a right dickhead to join use, but have to be quite a lot, I'll be honest.
trying to find out
I was
who
like
you
to
are.
point out, Falcoris, no one's forcing you to be here. If you want to go grab a shovel,
Listen,
you joined this
Joel.
party voluntarily.
Listen, Joel. I would grab a shovel and put you back down in the ground.
Shall we start another fire, Falcoris?
Fucking hell.
Do you want round two?
If I remember right, round one finished with me standing above you.
That's because that fucker over there stabbed me.
You can blame it on him. I had you all over.
You were warned. To
I
be
would
fair.
love for round two, Falcoris.
There's an underlying sexual tension here. I just want you to know that.
No,
it's
not
very
with him.
strange. Everybody has kind of a weird sort of, yeah, especially him with everyone basically. And I'll point out Caligorm.
That's because
What's
he's
that?
not quite sure who he's trying to sleep with.
Oh, yeah, that's a typical problem.
His old boyfriend left us, so he's a bit frustrated
just-
at the moment.
I've just been couching hands, and I'm like just sitting here.
Yeah, that's the thing. No one's safe when you're having a conversation with Wash. Everybody could catch your hand. You just got to be
To
on
be
the
fair, it is
guard.
deserved. You did stab Joel, and you did have a thing with Calanthea, so
I still have a thing with Calanthea.
it's not unwarranted.
What do you mean? Do you not remember that walk on the beach?
I was literally thinking about the walk on the beach, man.
You guys crutched a whole, like, you guys imagined like a whole date to marriage scenario from one beach walk. Like, you guys are mental.
You guys literally went for a walk on the beach at night in the moonlight. How the fuck could we not?
Like I said, it wasn't sex on the beach; it was anal on the rocks.
They
That was
were
all you
looking
were
for
up to.
victims.
You're having a great time.
My favorite cocktail.
We were looking for
That's what it's called in a gay bar, I imagine.
Oh, we lost Andy.
Oh
Adam's
god.
fucking Anna.
Why did you have
Can
to
we
say the
start doing that?
cocktail part?
Can we start doing that as like an Immersive Realms merch thing?
No. We cannot get anal on the rocks as a fucking merch item. No.
I mean the drink, Andy. I'm not suggesting you offer yourself. Pay $50, Andy will turn up at your door ready
No.
for anal on the rock.
It's just a
Moving
Warhammer
on.
play, man.
It's like DoorDash anal.
Moving on.
Well, you guys are having the conversation. I'm not doing shit.
Look, if you want to know something, either ask, or if you really don't trust the fact they'll ask, respectfully, why don't you ask the guild?
I mean, I asked you your
What's
fucking
my
name
name?
and you didn't
Yeah.
answer really, so.
What's the point in asking you any questions if you want to answer?
Fuck all to
You're
hide.
trying to
I'm
hide something.
answering as I like to answer. Why have I got fucking, like... In this party, is it technically not that I'm treated as an equal?
It
So
would
I'm
be
all
this
within my
especially
right
if you
to
wanna ask
answer as how I
questions.
want to, right? Look, as long as I do my job, I think it's fair that I'm allowed to want to be called Wash. It's a strange name. I'm okay with that. I hope you
So-
are as well. Because if you're
So if my
not,
armor gets dirty,
you
I
don't get a
come to you,
fucking
yeah?
choice. It's not your
You also
fucking
didn't-
armor, mate. That might as well be your fucking nads. It's your skin at that point, pal.
Then maybe
Hmm.
don't polish them.
No. Although, for a fear tactic, polishing you might be a good idea. Just run polished suit of armor. I don't know. That might be decent, not gonna lie.
You didn't answer where you're from.
So, what, are we gonna play Guess Who with if you know the fucking name or no?
It's fun to get to know who I'm working with.
Fucking you as well? What's up with half of you just being very untrusting, like... Or is it you're the sneaky cunt?
You've refused to answer or giving a roundabout question or reply to every single question we've posed to you. That is suspicious.
Does he really do that?
Is it-
Answer a
no.
question with a question.
No,
I mean-
I didn't know you'd get your knacks in a twist, honestly. It's a place called Immel's Hamlet. It's up in the northeast. It's not
Immel's?
far from the Ream.
Emerald Salmon?
IMOLS Hamlet.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
And again, I would say Falcoris, you
Who fucking
loosely
would have
know where
thought
it is.
that?
You can, like on a map, you get like a circle, so it's loosely in this circle. So I think you can pinpoint where it is. And again, as he says, it's just south of Dream, just north from where you guys are. But yeah,
Don't say anything. Just look. I don't mean it. I don't want this to feel like it's a pure investigation in your life. I just wanted to know a bit more about you. If you're gonna be around with us, then
Fucking ask me a more specific question. I'm not gonna sit and pour out my whole life story.
I mean, I
I've
don't know.
barely met you.
I mean, I don't know how more specific I need to be to ask you why you got your name Wash. What's so secretive about the name Wash?
There's nothing secret about the name Wash. It's my name. I don't know why the fuck you... What's the problem with having a weird name?
I don't know. I just I just
You
feel
want
like
another fucking thing from me?
Mhm.
If you really want to know something from me about the guild, specifically, I've got one name given to me by guild people. It's Witchhammer.
I like that now.
It's specifically because of the fact is I'm not the biggest fan of magic, or specifically mages against usually the people I'm working with. I got no fucking clue about the rest of the magic thing. I don't really care. I'm not one to sit and say that's your thing about magic. But the fact is, if I see a mage, they're mine.
Somewhere in Padmar, Emmerich gets a shiver down his spine for no reason.
Look, if you're on the other side of my hammer and you're casting spells and doing whatnot, I'm not the biggest fucking fan.
Just
Right.
well, I better pre-warn you, just to let you know, the rest of the party here knows how to do magic and uses
I'm
magic
well
on a regular.
aware you all know how to use magic. I've
Alright.
worked with a lot of spellcasters. in the past. As I said, as long as you're not on the opposite end of the hammer, you're fine.
Oh, fair.
And I was given that, well, not some dickhead who named myself, because that would be pathetic.
Does this disdain for witches come from innate talent, or is it personal?
To be honest, the way you phrase that question is so strange and so interterritorial, it's odd, but look, I've never come across a mage on the other end who hasn't started shit. It's not the fucking swordsman, it's not the archers that you really gotta worry about. They're worthy people, they're warriors, they've worked their craft, they do their thing. It's magic users that piss me off, eh? Because the fact is that if I'm gonna lose anyone in a party, if I'm gonna fail at my job, it'll be because of a spell slinger. And my job in the guild, for a very long time, was to make sure that those parties who did not have a frontline got back alive. So I learned pretty quick that spell slingers were my top priority.
If that fireplace just get hotter, good heavens.
Emmerich?
It's Emmerich back in Padmar's getting more and more nervous for no reason.
Right.
But I suppose if you were to answer your question, it'd be a personal gripe in that case.
That's fair enough.
I'm glad you see it that way.
Well, I don't know about anyone else, but I'm still kind of nursing this hangover, and I think it's probably best to sleep it off.
Fair enough.
Pussy.
Oh, sorry. Who can't drink?
Joel wipes a bit more
Give
tea
it
off.
5 years, you'll crave a hangover.
He's the tea from earlier just drips out of a rivet or something.
With that, Elleril departs himself from the table, heads up, and again you find one of these bunks. And as the captain said, you can see that all these beds have a lot of personal belongings upon them, and you find one that doesn't. Probably the nearest one to the stairs, or if you want to go the furthest away one, then fair enough, whatever suits you, obviously. But you tuck up under this not itchy wool blanket, but there's better quality out there for sure. Much better quality. But again, with your head nowhere near as bad as was this morning, you find yourself drifting off to sleep quite easily, I'd say. Meloril. Do the rest of you follow suit as well, going to bed, Dubais, or?
Just before I go, I'll say, you didn't ask us any questions.
I'm sure you'll be happy to share at one point.
Yeah.
Because funnily enough, I don't want to make it feel like an interrogation.
Well, once you see what kind of shit we're in, you'll understand why we're a bit skeptical and a bit,
And once you see how I work, I'm sure you'll be less skeptical.
I look forward to working with you then.
Good. Me too. Perfect. Thanks.
Of course,
At the
we'll
same
just
time,
get up and just go to bunk and crash out.
I'm gonna guess Lavender, Joel, and Wash will do the same. Then yeah, have a stew, get something warm in your
God.
bellies.
EP, after being
And-
interrogated.
You do the big EPs. The missile is very EP. And all my little missiles here, my 5 little missiles, all go to sleep and enjoy the big eeps. You all wake up. No, actually, let not get ahead of myself. Falcoris, I do apologize.
Okay.
As you are all drifting off to sleep and find yourselves in a deep slumber, Falcoris, could I just get you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Yep. Let me pull up the stat for it. Oh, not a great roll. Saving throw?
Please. if
Oh,
you wouldn't mind.
that's a 15.
15. As you find yourself asleep, I realize I haven't got the right music up, so let me try and fix that.
Saving
This
throws.
doesn't suit.
Saving
What was that, sorry?
the saving throw is really high.
Oh, lucky you.
I don't know why.
You find yourself asleep, and this place, it's got ties to one of the most troubling days or series of days of your life. And you wake up at one point in this room, but you don't see your friends here. You don't see Joel, Eleril, Lavender, or your new, dare I say, friend Wash. Instead, as you look around this room, you can see the floor is soaked in red. And each of the bunks that are spread out here, instead of being in the circular room like the tower is, things break a little bit, and it's a long, straight line in front of you. And you can see bunk, one's on either side. And you can see, sprawled out in all these bunks, caked in their own crimson, is your friends that fell that day. You see the nearest bunk to your left is Kelly. You see Thorin afterwards. City. You then see people that you know are alive. You see Bucky, you see Amar. One by one, you see all the Mirage unit just laying dead in these beds. And you're trying to tell yourself, no, this room is circular. This isn't real. You're trying to talk yourself like you've almost like that realized, it's a lucid dream sort of thing. You realize, no, this is a dreamscape. This isn't real. This is just memories. It's trauma. I know why this is happening. This is a logical thing to happen in a place like this where I did start to lose everything. And as you look up from trying to collect yourself, at the end of this long corridor and expanse, you see 2 red eyes just lift up from the floor. Oh, so familiar red eyes. You feel your heart race. You feel the palms of your hands get sweaty. You go to reach for your sword. It's not there. You go to thrust your hand out as you've often done. Lucia doesn't answer. You feel alone for the first time in a long time. Truly alone, probably truly defenseless. And as you hear this low guttural growl and you're not sure what to do, Lucia, in her form, the girl you once saw in the Shadowfell, leaps in front of you. And with a few Eldritch blasts, swiftly keeps the eyes at a distance so they don't grow more physical form until the little red glows diminish. And she looks back at you with panic in her eyes. This is getting too real. That nearly bled through. Falcoris, I think we're in trouble. And it cuts off.
Lucia?
And you wake up. You wake up in a dripping sweat. And you see now your friends asleep. Their armor, for like Watch, for example, his armor hung up. Eleril, blankets thoroughly pulled over himself to try and sleep away this hangover. Joel standing in the corner, Lavender curled up next to Brownie, surrounding her in a big spoon to keep her warm.
Oh, call out to Lucia in my head. Lucia.
You feel her. She can't answer you, but you can feel her again. But you can almost make an insight check. Sorry, actually, let me see if you can do that.
Oh, 13 on a die. Give me a second. It's 19.
19. She cannot answer, but she is present. You can tell she is currently distracted and putting her energy elsewhere right now.
I'll try and summon my sword. Can I still do that?
Yep, the sword comes out in your hand as per in an instant as it's used to.
I'll release it again. Fuck is going on? I'll stand up and I'll wander out into the night, and on the the parapet type thing, I will look out into the direction where the ship is.
Yep. And you do that, and a couple of the guards, obviously, that are on these walls, look over at you. The rain has sort of eased for now, but you can still see against the moonlight dark clouds that do hang ominously to threaten more rain later. You just caught the break between a shower, thankfully. But you stand up there, the cool night air, and it is cold. But it's almost like, especially you being sweaty, you feel the temperature grip you more. But the guards sort of look at you, realize, oh, you might be having a moment, sort of thing, and take a couple of steps away to give you privacy. You look out to the distance where, dare I say, the worst day of your life took place, and the night holds true, and you can't see past too much. But from what you can see is the rolling hills, the mountains that silhouette everything, and waving green grass.
What does that mean? Lucia, what are you doing? Fuck.
You take a couple of minutes just to think and ask these questions aloud before finally you almost feel a snap in your head as Lucia gives you her full attention again. Hi, sorry. Ooh, you okay?
The question is you okay?
Give me a minute, yeah?
What's happening, Lucia?
You, good sir, nearly tore a portal through the Shadowfell. Fucking hell.
I did.
One of those dogs things nearly came through into your chambers. And I had to meet it in the middle. And we were sort of caught, and it was kind of cool, but also kind of scary, but it's fine. It's fine. And the portal is shut. I did it. Don't know how. I just did it.
Oh,
You done
Lucia, backtrack.
backtracking?
What do you mean I opened a
You
portal?
were asleep. You had one of your dreams. Sorry, 2 seconds. Fuck me. You had one of your dreams, and in your dream you manifest the creature, and it's only in a dreamscape. But me being in your head, it's real to me. But this bled through. This was going to be real to all of you. In that room, in that tower. I don't know how, but it's connected to you and an emotional state that you were in. You opened something. Or began to, I should say, really. It wasn't, Hi, save the day.
Thank you.
Fucking hell, I'm hurt. No, you're fine. It's anytime.
Lucia, what the fuck is going
course.
on? I can't help you back there.
No, I know you can't. Next time, just let it fucking come through. I'll do that. Then you and your friends can deal with it.
I mean,
Your turn.
it might be a better option because there's more of us.
Yeah. Me versus 4 didn't go down too well.
4.
But 4, yeah. But I got magic. It's fine. Plus the portal, it was weird. Do you have any water?
How the fuck can I give you water? Do I drink it?
That's just what people say. No, you don't. I'm fine. I'll sort myself out. But shit, you need to leave this place, man. This has got ties. Your emotions did something pure, magical, and scary.
But I'm not magical. I
No, I know you're not.
I don't have an ounce of magic in me except for what you've gave me.
Mm-hmm.
So how can I open a portal?
Your guess is as good as mine, because if I knew, I might have been more prepared. It could be something with your, I don't know, just the Shadowfell being the Shadowfell. It could be because you went to the Shadowfell again and summoned me. It could have ties there. Could be the fucking hag. Could be a whole host of things. I don't fucking know.
I don't think it's a hag. I think she's done with us.
I mean, well, she's a bit suspicious.
I know, but
Also, I have a question that I've been meaning to ask for a long, long time, but we just kind of hadn't had a moment.
yeah.
Is Joel a necromancer now?
No. I think he's born out of necromancy. I don't think he's the necromancer.
Cool. I don't like necromancers.
Neither do I really. But Joel,
They're a bit rife in the Shadowfell.
you remember
not
what the
nice
Raven
people.
Queen said to us?
Yeah, we don't need the body.
Yeah, this is her doing. I don't know if I trust these, but what can you do?
Fuck, they're fucking gods, aren't they? What can you do? Except bend the knee and serve, or I don't know, find a middle ground of not being a total dick and getting smited. I guess. We don't have many gods in the Shadowfell apart from the Raven Queen, so having like a whole pantheon that you guys have is weird.
Does it not stretch across?
Not really. It's sort of her domain, so there's no need for other religions, to be honest.
I'm sorry, Lucia. I really
No.
don't. I'm lost for words. I really don't understand how the fuck this is happening.
It's completely... No, that's a lie. I was going to say it's completely okay. It's fine for now. But I am worried. Because I don't know. Because, again, this is real for me. Like, what you're touching on your feet right now, the rain in the air, that's real for you. These things are real for me, and that really scares me. Because now if you die, I died, maybe. But if I can die on my own in here, then what happens to you afterwards? Do you die if I die? Or do you just go back to having peace and quiet in your head again? I don't fucking know. You'll certainly lose your magic without me. Or maybe the hag done more. I don't fucking know anymore, Falcorus. But I'm tired.
I'm
And I
sorry.
need answers. And I know that you can't give them to me, so I'm not blaming you. I'm just getting annoyed now. And I miss having feet.
Well,
I want to go back and...
I hate to
I
say
want to
this.
go back to the Shadowfell. I want to go back and feel the dust on my toes. I want to speak with your friends. I want to have another sleepover with Lavender. That was fucking awesome. Do you know
Oh.
how soft bears are?
Yeah, I cuddle Brownie on a daily. But
I miss being real.
I know. But here's the thing. And this might sound fucking crazy to you right now considering what just happened. If I can open portals, what if I'm the one that can open up the Shadowfell for us to get into?
I mean, I don't think it sounds crazy given what just happened. I think without happening, just, you know, whatever just happened, if you'd have said that without that context, I would have called you batshit insane.
Fucking hell, Lucia. I didn't ask for any of this.
Neither did I.
Alright,
Neither did any of them. Your friends.
yeah.
We, you know, circumstances brought us here.
I'll try to
It's
keep my emotions
unfortunate.
in check. It's obviously harder than
Please
what I
do.
think. Yes,
Please.
I will try, Lucia.
Have you
It's-
ever seen a therapist? Farming is
No.
not therapy.
Farming is therapy. It's nice and peaceful.
No, it's not. Talk to... You need a professional. It's okay to speak out. Don't dig your emotions in a trowel like you sow seeds. Speak, man! Because it's gonna kill me if you don't.
I'll try, Lucia, right? I'll try.
Thank you.
But what was different this time? I don't know if you've seen it if you were too busy, but the living was there as well.
No, I did see that bit. I saw the whole dream sequence.
Yeah.
I saw you wake up. I saw the beds, and then I saw the eyes, and I thought, oh, we're having another dream. I'll jump in the way. But then the energy felt weirder. You know, that when I lash out the dream, you can tell. Well, I can tell what's dream and what's reality. And this immediately started attacking it. Oh, the whole thing went weird, and then portals and shit
But
happened.
why
and-
would Fen, Amar, Bucky be lying dead and not?
Mhm. Omens?
Oh, don't fucking say that.
Dreams? I don't know. You asked me a question. I gave you a fucking answer.
I know. You don't have the answers either. I just as confused as you are. We're in fucking put together. God.
The two of us are very snappy at
You
each
would
other.
have been-
It's quite
yeah.
impressive we haven't killed each other at some point.
You would have been better if you were with fucking Emmerich. He would be able to understand shit.
I like Amric,
Yeah.
but I think he's much of a pretty boy to have patience for me.
Are you trying to say? Wait, hang on a minute.
What?
You're not trying to say I'm a pretty boy. What the fuck?
Don't flatter yourself.
Let's see how it is.
Have you seen how you dress? Come on.
What?
Sorry, when was the last time you changed that suit of armor?
It's sentimental.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Sentimental isn't fashion.
Right. New conversation.
Cool.
We need to figure this out for
Mhm.
your safety more than anything else.
Mm. I mean, how about next time I don't shut the portal? And we
That's
let
dangerous.
the creatures through.
That's dangerous. I'll get back to you on that one. But
Sweet.
here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
With Joel coming back, and after seeing that container of his soul,
Yes.
what if your soul's now merged with me? What if we could do something similar for
Ooh.
you? Now-
Jamie, think about that. That could be cool.
We obtained that sword, remember? The fucking phylactery that we can trap
Yeah.
a soul within.
Oh my god, can you trap me in the sword?
I'm trying to say not. I'm not trying to make you a sword. I'm trying to make you into a body again.
You have my interest.
It's something I've been thinking about since we got it.
You kept that one fucking quiet. We got that ages ago.
You can hear my thoughts. What are you talking about?
We had an agreement. I gave you privacy for that. I've been honoring my word, good sir.
Right. Anyways, something that we can maybe look into.
Well, that would be really good. Because if that did work, again, I don't know what would be for you. You know, would you have magic anymore, or would that leave when I leave? Or would there be residuals? I don't know.
You heard what I said.
So again, don't just think about me. You're in this equation as well.
I know, but you heard what I said. When this
I
is
did
all
hear.
over and it's done, I'm done. I'll go to farming. I don't need magic for farming.
I mean, it could help with the crops if you have a bad yield, but you know, that's fair enough.
When problems arise and I don't have magic, it's good to solve them. Helps the mind.
There's a sarcastic comment back to that, but I'll give you your time this time.
I fully expect that if we can separate, I fully expect to lose all the magic you gave me. And that's fine. I've made peace with it. I don't need the magic.
You had the magic in you all along.
Oh, shut up.
It was all the
I'm
friends
going
you
to
made
sleep
along
now.
the way. Alright. I'll guess take a watch duty. Fuck's sake, I haven't done that before. Not in your head, anyway. Right, you get some sleep. And I'll do the rest.
Alright. Good night, Lucia.
Good night, Falcoris.
And I'll just...
It's weird, because as you say goodnight to each other, you know,
Yeah,
naturally you would separate from someone else, but she's still in your head.
yeah, it's still in my head.
You know, so
yeah.
you still feel her presence just sitting there, so nothing changes when you say goodnight, but you just don't hear her voice anymore.
But I've got
And
used to it now.
Yeah, exactly. That is you getting used to that as your version of goodnight for her. But you go to sleep. The rest of you are probably uninterrupted by this. And now you'll wake up in the morning. That's literally the same fucking music, Matthew. Change fucking tab. There we go. Jesus, I'm bad DM.
You can do it.
I know, literally, so I pressed obviously the pause button for one, and says click on the new tab, I looked at the new tab and then pressed play on the same one again. Like an idiot. But you guys will wake up, a long rest is achieved. Again, you didn't lose any hit points and that sort of stuff, so you're all fine. But the day is once again yours. So far, the rain still has held off, and the ground is wet, but the air is dry. The ozony lovely smell that we all like is no longer around. Been swallowed up now by just the natural sense of nature and the wet grasslands. A military breakfast is downstairs, which is just basically warmed up rations at this point. It is nothing fancy in the slightest. Oats and the like, honey oats. Simple yet effective. Get you ready and warm for the day. And the day is indeed yours, as we say. Captain Ishii will come over and just check in to make sure if you're all leaving, in case she needs to make any accommodation for you staying longer. But that's about it. That's the only time you get bothered in the morning.
Is my familiar made its way back to me?
Not right now, no.
Okay. I forgot I had that.
Though, to be fair,
You're trying to upstage Lavender.
you can banish it and make it reappear. Now, you can do that, but whether or not it's reached Emmerich is another matter.
Imagine it
Yeah,
like
that's-
just flying through the window and it just disappears. Family comes back. Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's like just about to finish a download and then your connection drops.
Cucked at 99.
Got to start again.
Anyways, Falcoris, well, when we've got like no ears around.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know this is not going to make sense to you, Wash, but we might have a
Not
problem.
a lot has, I'll be honest.
That's fair. You'll
I've heard
catch
like
up.
4 conversations that I've actually known what the fuck's going on. So
You'll catch up. It's all right.
just a heads up.
But I might have a problem. I don't know if I ever actually told you that I was having basically night terrors. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've probably heard them. But the creatures I fought that night that brought down the Mirage unit, I've always seen them in my dreams. Not all the time, but they appear. And we started figuring out, me and Lucia, that these are manifestations within the dreamscape that's actually physically real to her, in a way. So she's been protecting me from them. However, last night, I had another one. Probably because I'm close to the ship and we've been talking about it. This time, she said it nearly came through to this reality.
So your temper tantrums open portals.
It's not a temper it's a night terror. I don't have temper in there. I'm fucking shitting myself in the fucking place.
I'm starting to see it coming through now.
Joel.
There it is. There's a portal over there. I swear I saw one.
Maybe we just need another fire. That might.
Oh,
Anyways,
he doesn't
Wash,
like
how do you
burning
feel about
things.
burning down an empty tavern?
Empty, I suppose. It's not bad. Who owns it?
it wasn't empty at the time.
No one important.
And it was my family. Anyways,
Sorry, pal. I've got certain things that need to be met in order for me to do actions. Can't just sit there and do anything on my own whim.
can we focus? I may pull through these fucking creatures when we're sleeping at night into reality here. These creatures are nothing to be fucked about with. We fought some fucking crazy shit. This thing's also on the same level, I would say, probably as the final say. Maybe even worse. I don't fucking know.
Sounds like you need to get your emotions in check.
It's hard when you're sleeping, Joel.
Do better.
Alright, just because you don't
If
have to
you
fucking
don't,
sleep
we
anymore.
Die.
Anyways, like I said,
Well, you
Joel,
die.
this-
I'll be fine.
this is now a warning that you might end up waking up in the middle of the night with these fucking dogs. It's the only thing I can describe them as, because they kind of look like dogs, but they might not be. I don't know who the fuck they are.
And you said there's an emotional trigger.
I don't think it's it is an emotional trigger. It's PTSD. It's not been invented over here yet. It's something that I've learned from elsewhere, but it's.
Falcoris invents PTSD canon.
But you'll hear
Joe
about it
Biden
in
there.
the future.
Our party's invented quite a lot of things recently.
It's brazen fever. That's what it is.
Yes, it's trauma, and it keeps coming back to me. I've tried to figure ways out to not have them, but unfortunately, when you've lost people that you spent 10 years with to a brutal fucking murder, that's basically what happens.
Forgive me for being direct with this. Do you still think it's a good idea to confront your father?
Wait, what's my father got to do with this? He's not been in my life at all. I've never met my father.
Exactly. The amount of trauma that goes along with that.
Think more directionally. That's a different aspect.
But do you know that that's the case?
I mean, no, clearly not. I don't
These
know that's the
portals-
case, but this is triggered
From your
by
understanding.
what happened to the Mirage unit. He has nothing to do with that. Absolutely not a single trace.
I mean, if we're gonna start getting into the party's family trauma, emotional damage, I think we're gonna be here a while.
To be fair, Lavender, I've been
Yeah.
waiting for you to talk about.
This isn't about me right now.
Yeah, so I'll take the focus back to me.
This is your
Yes.
issue.
Oh, big therapy dodge there.
Lavender, I'll take this back to me. It's all right. I'll take the focus again. But we do need to sit down at some point. You're muted. I can't.
Oh, sorry.
We need to we need to do family therapy.
Yes.
I didn't sign
We're
up for
gonna-
that one.
I want a full D&D session where you guys, as a group, see a therapist and just talk about your parents.
The therapist is gonna quit.
I think she'd quit the moment a dead person walked in.
I don't know,
Okay.
daughter of a cult. That's quite good as well.
Daughter of a cult's pretty good. Dead
Yeah.
parents.
Just Washer's gonna. You know, this is an exceptionally heavy topic for the morning of a journey.
Oh, I'll get used to it.
So portals and dreams.
You should
that's what we were
pick your
talking
time.
about.
He is eating also. You should pick your times better.
RP
He's
plus one.
literally eating a banana at this moment in time.
He's
Washes.
somehow gotten a
Do you
banana.
want to join in on the family trauma sharing wash?
Where did you ship those bananas in from? They don't grow here.
I got none. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're not my
nice.
greatery.
I'm just saying.
Not
if
my
there's-
great.
We
Banana was a great teacher, and that's all I need, really.
just saying, of course, we don't know that. Oh, I mean, what happened on the Dark Bloom or Blossom was probably the most traumatic moment of your life.
Would
We
say
don't know
so.
if this is just pure trauma, pure emotional reaction, or if it is directly related to.
I'll be awake when my father's there. I'll be in control.
Okay.
It's when I'm sleeping I'm worried. But one flip side to this, and I said to Lucy at the time, it sounds crazy, but on the flip side, if we need a way into the Shadowfell, what if I'm tearing a hole in dimensions to bring through from Dreamscape, from Shadowfell to here to whatever? What if I can direct that energy and take us there?
But we don't know if you can do it awake.
True.
So we knock him out.
I'm on board.
Do you want to test now?
Kellegon
mean-
gets to do it, nobody else.
We're not doing another sleeping test thing.
Last time we did a sleeping test, I got attacked by a Wendigo.
Yeah, I don't think we should do
I
that
nearly
again.
died.
Don't think.
Are you wanting?
I don't know, that sounds like a pretty good Saturday evening to me.
It wasn't boring, but
Certainly, yeah.
it wasn't
we're gonna-
what I was intending on doing. I was trying to help some children.
If we're going to try it, it's
Why
probably
are you
worth-
laughing?
Just.
I can't really see that, weirdly enough.
What is it about this face that makes you think I don't care about
Just the
children?
Grim Reaper standing
fact
there
that you don't
at
have a
saying he
face.
wants to help children is just like.
No,
My
the
favorite
lack
children. My favorite children, the one standing on top of stairs. I just want to help them so much.
The lack of a
What's standing a
face
little bit
is
too
the
close to
part
the
about the
ground.
face that makes me think that that does not fit. I'll be entirely honest.
Well, I used to have one.
Okay.
It cared.
So what are you? Are you proposing that we try test this?
Not now. Sometime. We know what's happened with the Shadowfell. We know that it might be good if we got a way forward into there. I don't know how we test it. I don't know how we activate it. I have no idea. But
We should
just a something on the table.
set camp at the site when time comes. Bring you as close to the trauma as possible, really.
Maybe. Something we can try. But not right now. We've got other missions to do.
Yeah.
But
on that note,
I just full honesty telling you because I don't want you to wake up in the middle of the night and have to fight these fucking things without a shred of warning.
Certainly spices it up, I'll be honest. Though so far it wasn't boring around here.
I can volunteer to keep an eye on you, smack you if you start thrashing too much. Maybe
Oh.
even if you're just lying still, just to double check that.
I'll
you're not
just
doing
draw my
anything.
look.
You definitely just throw a haymaker. Like,
You hear as you try
Again,
to sleep.
staring at Joel isn't going to do much because he has a completely blank face. Like
I'll still draw your look.
you can't win.
You can
can't
recognize
really
my
stare down.
emotions. Right, if we're all ready, how about we go and fucking find out what the Thunderbrands are up to?
let's go.
And you. Let's go indeed. LOL, sorry.
No, it was just
Oh, no, I thought I interrupted you there, sorry. Do
Yeah.
apologies. You, without horses now, begin to make your way out of the fort, Fort Hayden, and push out into the grassy plains beyond. You are walking, as we often do, in this little campaign that we have. And you keep pushing northward initially. You know that you're waiting for it to crest round to the west so you can then cross the ridge. Are you guys still going towards Titan's Fall or going straight for the mountains? Just so I know where you're off to.
yeah, I believe Titan as well, unless anyone else
Yeah,
objects.
that was the plan, was to go to Titan's Fall first and then onwards. Upwards, north.
no objects here.
No problem. So you guys follow again. There's no paths at this point. It is just wildlands. But again, you've walked this direction before once on your very, very first quest together. You know the way. You push through, and as you begin to curve round in a westerly direction, when you see the woodlands and the ridge that Titan's Fall crater sits upon, when the Titan that fell smashed the earth up, creating these mountain ranges and valleys and stuff. Wash, you do see smoke trails of little villages and farming communities, and as you begin to sort of coast around, you do see, if you don't mind me saying, familiar farmlands and crops that this late in the year are awash with brilliant ambers and vibrant greens with various plants, foods, and grasses that are ready to be cultivated and sold onto larger towns and settlements for harvest. And somewhere in amongst all those little farms and neatly organised squares plot of lands is home. The Mole's hamlet, somewhere in amongst all that. Again, even from up here, it's hard to tell where it may be, but
But I know we're in the vicinity, right?
yeah, and again, you can
Like-
see off in the distance, like, one of those hamlets somewhere is a Mole's
I
hamlet.
will put my helmet on. Keep it on until we're
Fantastic.
out of that area, essentially.
No problem. You quickly, without trying to draw attention, so unhook the helmet from the side, slip it on, chin strap on, march, check your shoulder about an hour, 2 hours later. You can't see the smokestacks in the fields anymore. The helmet comes back off.
Yep.
And you keep walking. Takes you again a couple of days, we'll say, as you well know, to get to the actual crater itself. But again, for the sake of brevity, we arrive. And you can see it still has the same abandoned look up here. But you slide down the scree rocks and loose stone that the crater is made out of. You follow amongst the dirt paths that once was the mining stuff up here. And you see the hole in the ground where you had once left a singular rope driven into the earth. Instead, not a rope that you left, but you see a dark spiked chain is now drilled into the ground and going deep into the depths below.
Spiked chain?
Spiked chain.
Like climbing spiked, or like if you grab onto this, you're gonna hurt yourself. Spiked.
It's climbing spiked chain.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I thought that's why we were both thinking. I think that's
Yeah, no,
what
I
me and
should
Andy were
clarify.
both thinking.
It's like it's got the chain links as per usual, but there's like these long sideways spikes that come
Yeah.
out between the links, sort of thing.
Yeah,
so you can use them as
climbing
ladder
yeah,
rungs.
climbing spikes. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. And one of these spikes has been driven into the ground to hold the chain in place. Much more secure than what your rope was before.
Oh. Downwards we go. I would turn to Kilogram, but he's not there, so.
Yeah. Sucks to suck. You, one by one, grab onto the chain. And it's a heavy chain, so you need to do the whole thing that you pick it up so you can then start climbing in, sort of thing. This chain is hefty, but it's probably good because it gives you that more sense of security than that dangly rope that you once left behind here. And you descend into the darkness. No need for marching order initially. You all come in and are enveloped by this dark space. And again, you all see, again, Wash, this is your first time being inside these abandoned mines, but the rest of you guys, you see again these old minecart tracks that go long
fuck.
ways along through this abandoned mining system that Titanfall Crater was mined for. People actually mining the heart of the Titan for its values. But something has changed. Doesn't take you long as you guys, if you want to start walking the direction that you walked in prior. But you see little glows here and there. You see deep in these tunnels bioluminescent fungus and plants and shrooms are just growing out of these walls and the wooden rafters that hold up the ceilings. These alien-looking plants with some have got round bulbous heads, some are like flat mushroom caps. But they're all giving off, in their own respective lights, these soft... where has I written it? Because I've written pretty text. Oh, it's gone now, that's fine. Soft oranges, dim yellows, and gentle blues are just awash around you right now.
And Uncle Grumpkin identify them.
Uncle Grumpkin can identify them if Uncle Grumpkin was here. Tune in to Brothers Plate 3 every Monday.
Can Joel go
So-
and look at one of the mushrooms up close? Just see if there's
You
anything
can certainly... you can make
unnatural
like
about it.
you can make a nature check or anything last thing if it's natural or unnatural.
Nature.
Just whilst he's doing that, Kelogom, just for your benefit whilst you're away, that you got to the crater, and the only difference that you saw from the outside was instead of the little rope you left behind, there was a spiked climbing chain that has now been installed instead to come to the hole. You guys have all climbed down and seen these bioluminescent plant life and fungus growing out the walls in sporadic patches. Joel?
7.
Fucking weird, man. You ain't a druid. This is just weird fungus and that sort of stuff.
Weird Blungus.
Weird Bungus is my band name.
I thought it was Mold by Batches.
Mold by Badgers is also my other band name. Mold by Badgers featuring Weird Bungus. But yeah, you see again. You watch Joel come up and investigate. Turns around and shakes his head. This is odd.
It's almost like it's alive.
Does it look like
Sorry.
it's going down a certain path?
No, as you sort of look behind you in the direction that you didn't go last time, up until the rock slide, it's going all the way across it. But again, when I say all the way, it's not like lining the walls, you know, stone to ceiling. It's like little patches here and there. It's not like it's completely uncovered everything. Just these little growths that come out the walls and ceiling.
I wonder if that's because of the O.
Yeah. So wait, Matt, we've climbed down?
You
That's
climbed
fine.
down, and I've only just got through like the start of the take, like 30 feet in sort of thing, and seen this. So you haven't actually like gone in proper per se, but you're inside the tunnel systems and the mine shafts.
Before we head in here, Wash, can you see?
Fuck all.
We
I was sitting there, can't see shit.
No one claimed the lenses, right?
I don't
Nope.
think so, unless you guys tell me
Oh.
otherwise.
I mean, we did have those lenses. We can maybe go.
I mean, as long as they fit over the helmet, sure. It's gonna look so stupid.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it does.
You don't need those goggles.
Oh.
You can see just fine.
Joel casts daylight in his face.
Joe pulls out flashbang.
Here,
You don't need them. You won't be able to see anyway.
We're going. We don't need eyeballs.
Joel will share his dark vision with Wash.
Joe, do you know how
Wash.
this looks?
This is
As far
only
as
going to
you
make the
share his
bromance
dark vision?
allegations worse.
It'll probably just be like, just sort of a gentle touch of the arm, and probably Wash's eyes will glow the same green as Joel's magic, just briefly while it takes over. But Wash, you can now have dark vision to a range of 300 feet.
300? Jesus. Fucking hell. So, like, this is the straight. I've seen better than I can normally. It's very odd.
Wash develops 22 vision all of a sudden.
22.
Wash can see the past, future, and present all simultaneously.
Oh, Jesus.
It does only last 1 hour, just for DM's reference.
Fantastic, thank you.
As well, Wash, we do have an armor.
The forge armor.
You really want to stuff him in that, don't you?
I want someone to take it. It's so
know,
good.
maybe-
not.
Can we not do it when... Can I have a look at it when we're not down in the middle of a fucking hole?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect.
just so you remember.
Cheers. Honestly, mate, some of you people need to work on your tact.
He just wants you
I'm
to
not
dress
gonna
up.
lie.
Fine
It's a
then.
bit
Don't
weird, isn't it?
It's fine.
Bit strange.
No, don't take it.
You'll
on,
get
it's
used to it.
I'll have a look at it, but I'm gonna be honest.
fine. No. You made it very clear.
What?
I'm comfortable with my armor, if I'm alright with that.
Oh,
but I'll
okay,
have a
that's
look
fine.
for you. So,
That's
you
fine.
know, it seems it'll make you feel a wee bit better.
No, it's fine. The damage has been done now.
You Caleb, a
And here we go.
Am I
Form
able
me
to?
strategy.
Sorry, I missed the thing, the nature check that was going on. Am I
Oh,
able to have a?
certainly. Absolutely, you can make a nature check as well to ascertain if these.
The one of us who's actually qualified for this.
Yeah, I was going to say it. You could have. Oh well, maybe not. What is? Give me. 13.
13. They are definitely alive, and what you can tell, they are definitely natural. This isn't something that is alien in nature or is spread by animals. To the best of my knowledge at that point there, this is something that is growing naturally in this environment. You get the feeling, look, especially with the bioluminescence of it. Again, there's nothing on the surface that you know about that does anything like this to this extremity. This might be Underdark related sort of stuff, for lack of a better term.
I will let the others know.
allow me to pass on. This has potential to be deep stuff.
Do love me
Well,
some deep shrooms.
Can we eat it?
Now that is the real question.
You see,
there.
you see,
You see, you've already lost the taste test of your party.
yeah, I was
I'm
gonna say.
afraid.
Unfortunately, the man
damn.
who would eat it without a second thought it now
True.
can't eat.
Joel would
People
already
actually
be
take
making
risks.
a mushroom risotto or something, but
Well, hey, Joel can still cook. Can Joel take some of the mushrooms because he can still cook? He just can't
You can
eat them,
still
so he doesn't
cook,
know
you
if
just
it's
can't
safe or
You can
not.
certainly
but-
bag the mushrooms, absolutely.
So
Your
Joel
would
fingers
I
still
know
work.
anything about consumption or no?
With a 13,
depends on
unfortunately not. You would know,
legal
obviously, no.
consumption.
Joel's immediately looking at smokables. Joel's first
Only
question is,
thing-
can this be snorted?
Only thing Joel carries, he carries a final say sword and a bong.
And the mushroom grinder.
He just turned his mace into it.
Oh, that's an
Oh
idea.
my god. That's an idea. The hollow mace.
In the middle of a fight, you guys turn around and Joel's.
Just Joel's mace is bubbling at the bottom for some reason. Anyway,
Joel's
let's,
like, sorry, do you want in on this?
let's jump away from drugs for a second. Don't do it. But yes,
So-
sorry. Yep.
Just so I'm clear. So there's the path that we went before,
Mhm.
and then there's a path with all this mushroom growing out of it now.
It's completely in every single path you go down right now. This
Oh,
mushroom is
everything.
ever present.
Yeah. What were we thinking?
Well, I think it's
So
to do with the ore that we got out of the meteorite. Remember,
yeah.
they were studying it.
So
Well-
what was the old chapel? Wasn't it?
Yeah, we just take the path to that.
Okay. Okay, I'll just as I start kind of heading down the thing of passing Joel, just to watch out for cable cars.
Don't worry, I've got my eyes open. Or if I had eyes to be open. Come to think of it, I don't think I've blinked.
Man makes a
You
point.
don't have eyelids anymore.
It's weird. It's like I have the need to blink, but
I don't mind taking point and keeping an eye out for any distractional traps. Actually, as well, can I also look out for any shadow marks as well that our friends might have left
Yep.
behind?
I'll get you to make 2 checks then. Obviously, 1 investigation check for the traps and 1 perception check for the shadow marks, if you wouldn't please mind, sir.
So the investigation check is 22,
Mm-hmm.
and perception check is 14.
14. So looking first of all for the shadow marks and that sort of stuff. Again, without the prior knowledge to what these things are, you and your friends amongst you do miss these things. You do see markings along the wall that would basically indicate a trade hub, and it points you down some passageways, obviously, that you did walk down before. If you remember, there's an empty room with where a circular disc where the train carts could be swiveled around. They're pointing towards that tunnel that you went from beforehand. A trade hub of some sort. Excuse me. And as for traps, you're taking a second to look around, and initially you think that, yeah, this is pretty trap-free, until you round a corner, and you can see that hunched against the wall is a long, decomposed body. The stench is quite rotten. Humanoid in nature, but kind of hard to tell what race it actually was. One of the medium races, that's for sure, as best you can ascertain. With decomposition sitting in hard, you can see some of these mushrooms have already started to grow out the skin and flesh that's left. And you can see a long dart is sticking out of their abdomen. This dart alone shouldn't be enough to kill someone, is the one thing you would pick up on with 22. This dart alone, getting impaled by this wouldn't kill you. Something else did.
I'll point out, and then can I do like like Dexter style ballistics check? Just looking
You
at the
start getting
potential
string pieces
trajectory.
out. Yep. That little
While he's doing
sexton
that,
sort of thing.
Can Joel make
Yeah.
like a medicine check on the guy?
Certainly.
Like, I know
What,
he's
just,
dead, but like,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
a
make
bit
a
more
medicine
into
check.
how, why, what happened.
Yep, so you can make another medicine check, and Kelagorm, you can absolutely make another investigation to ascertain the ballistics.
That's not as good, but it's still a 15.
15, okay.
That is a nat 20 for 29.
Perfect, we'll come to you in 2
That's
seconds,
good,
Joel. Kelagorm, as you're looking around, again, even with the 15, doesn't take you long to obviously realize this was a projectile shot from a tripwire, sorry. And as you sort of trying to look around where a logical place this would be, where it'd be hidden, so if someone was to trigger it, they get shot. You do indeed find said tripwire, hidden quite well in the dirt, in the ground. And as you sort of trace it along and work out, where the dart would have been, you do see a loaded, hidden crossbow. And you do see a dart is loaded. The tension string pulled all the way back. Well, the drawstring, I should say. Sorry, I do apologize. If it's a drawstring and a crossbow, I don't know, but we're going to say it is. Joel, with your natural 20, as I said, you immediately say this dart hit them in the side. This should have been survivable. Something else killed this individual. Very, very quickly, you ascertain through however the fuck you do this, I don't quite know, but this person was heavily poisoned. Wherever this dart was laced in is a heavy, very quick reacting lethal poison. This person basically died within seconds of being shot.
Is it a poison I
And-
recognize at all?
From your expertise with natural 20, I'd say it's not a poison you're familiar with, but you would know it is drow in nature. The drow are quite common with their exceptionally lethal poisons and how they conduct their warfare, self-defense. So you, again, without seeing it directly, have a sneaky feeling this is drow in nature, this poison.
I'll look up to Kelagorm when he goes to the crossbow and just go, don't touch that. Probably drow.
It's been rearmed.
Maybe
And I'll.
touch it a little.
Can I dismantle the trap?
You certainly can. Make a disarm check for me, please, which I believe is sleight of hand.
Actually,
Yeah.
poison probably wouldn't do much to Joel now.
25.
25, easily, with only but a couple of swift clicks of your tool, you decide it's easier to take down the tripwire than the crossbow. The tripwire is deactivated with ease.
Can I try and take the crossbow then?
Yeah, you now have a heavy crossbow with a singular poison dart. And it
don't
was
know if
specified as a heavy crossbow.
Yeah, I don't know if I can use heavy crossbows, but.
Don't think you can.
With
No,
a single poison dart.
My sheet very helpfully says crossbow, so I'm just assuming that's a light crossbow.
I think for the it would have been a light
You need-
crossbow.
You
Yeah.
need to look at what your
Yeah,
weapon
the-
proficiency is as a
Marshals.
marshal.
It's a
No,
glacier
see,
heavy marshal.
Because I'm a rogue, I don't have a lot. It's just like specific weapons, so.
Yeah, it's like the rapier and that sort of
Aye.
stuff and finesse.
Yeah, like it says crossbow, longbow, longsword, rapier, short sword, and simple weapons, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Oh, it's not even a crossbow, it's a hand crossbow I'm proficient with.
Oh no.
Taylor, do you want a
This-
crossbow?
Add to the munitions.
I already have my bow and then whatever the other
And a gun.
yeah the
rifle.
gun is. I don't think I also need a crossbow on top of that.
Giving you all the
Flowers
ranged
running out of
weapons.
arms.
Enemy thinks they're safe hiding behind a wooden barricade all of a sudden.
Includes
RPG.
Taylor with the blunderbuss.
Look up, Taylor
Um,
somehow set up a fucking cannon and she's just like, right, stay there.
Taylor's actually got a full-on 44 howitzer sitting in the back.
She's got a trebuchet sat in her backpack.
Matt, in that case, can I just drop the crossbow, but see the bolt?
Mhm.
Can I just have like a little,
Little sniff.
I don't know, yeah, a little sniff, see if I can maybe recognize some elements to it and see what this
yeah.
poison
I
does
think as he does
specifically.
it, Joel does like the dandelion thing. He goes to take a breath and then Joel just puts it in his mouth.
This cell Kelagorm dies, yeah. Certainly you can make another nature check, please, to ascertain where this poison originates from.
It's 2 on the dice, so it's not going to be that good. Yeah, it's a 6.
You're mainly going off Joel says. Again, there's that many different poisons these days, especially your line of work. You have worked with poisons, foreign and local. There's that many. Again, at this point in time, you're trying to. It doesn't initially. The smell doesn't initially bring anything to mind. But going what Joel says, it would make sense if it was drow in nature, certainly. But that's about all you could ascertain.
We'll have to. I don't suppose you want to take a look at it.
Okay.
Yep, you
What
can
do
make another. If you want to make a nature check to ascertain the poisons. The poisonings.
Now you ask your person to do things. Hmm. That's 14.
14. Again, not being too familiar with drows or poisons and that sort of stuff, you get a feeling though this is probably a poison that originates from more plant life than it would be, the poison of an animal and that sort of stuff. That, like a poison gland being extracted. You get the feeling this is something that's been more manufactured from herbs and plants. That's the best you can ascertain though, because again, being alien in nature, as far as you don't know what these plants even are to begin with, hard to tell at that point. But you feel confident in that assertion anyway.
I'll point out as well to the shadow marks.
Mhm.
Which is this is indicative. So see the shadow marks as well. Are they? Is it me inferring, or is this shadow marks I recognise as in
No, this
like?
is a shadow mark you recognise is saying
Yeah.
there's a trade hub up ahead.
Okay. I point that out and show them what the shadow mark is. So
It just
looks
says
like a
trade
line.
this way. You're not sure why he thinks he's special. But no, you reckon
This is a secret language.
definitely no trade happening here. But you begin to push along, and again, as you guys are walking down, Joel, I would say your eye twitches, but it doesn't. As you round a corner and you see an upside down minecart on the tracks, literally
Joe
where
just
you
kick it as
left
he
it.
goes past.
You kick it, and you're a metal foot against this metal side. Large echo thrums out across the tunnels.
Joel flip off the minecart and keep walking.
Falcor shakes his head disapprovingly. But you guys do then get to the room I mentioned earlier, the large natural opening, where again some of these tracks converge, and in the center there is this circular platform where the tracks once upon a time would have been lifted on a lever, turned and set back down again, so the minecarts would go on many different routes. But it's slightly different. The initial thing that you notice is there was, if you remember, the old dilapidated hut that had collapsed in itself and was now ruin. That has now been completely repaired and is now a fully functioning infrastructure of a house. But more importantly, what catches your attention, apart from this house, you can see there are boxes and boxes and boxes stacked up. Sealed wooden crates are stacked up against each other to one side.
And Joel go over to the crates.
You certainly can go over to the crates. You quite clearly see the front of them all depicts the same image. It's a spider-like entity in a side profile. It's just, I think I started there. Spider-like entity in a side profile. Does anybody read deep speech? Or can anybody read deep speech in the languages?
I will
I
activate
can-
my Eldritch Invocation.
You do
Okay,
indeed.
so I can read Orcan, Sylvan, and Celestial. I don't know if that covers any.
No,
of
it
what you
is
say.
literally deep speech. But Andy, Falcoris, you activate your runic abilities, and these all read in the same text and font: Deep Soul Trading Company.
Just set up a business. I didn't know Drow would do that. Deep Soul Trading Company.
Are there any of the boxes open, or at least with a loose lid?
No, they all tightly nailed shut.
Damn it!
Hang on, Joe. Well, maybe see if anyone's around in the hub. If it's
You can make
empty, we can.
You can
Maybe-
make a perception check. Mhm.
What's the point of having a house with a roof underground?
Stop
So
spiders.
wash off in the corner and just shower.
Oh,
She's hands on the hips looking at this hut in the corner.
Well, that's on that one for my
That one.
yeah
Completely
perception
empty
check.
here, mate. No one around, just you guys. Absolutely safe. Not an issue in the world.
I mean, it looks empty.
Good enough for Joel.
Pass him by crowbar.
I will remind the DM my passive perception is 20.
That's fine. That's
Just-
absolutely fine. Yeah. You
Joel just
hands.
do one very quick scan, not like rolling. Fuck it. Joel. Will,
Joel pass Kelligorm your crowbar, or whichever way around it is.
Yeah.
And you begin to pop one open, or
Joel will very quickly just sort of. Is there a window in the house or anything?
yes, there is a window with a curtain over the front of it.
Joel, go to the door. He's not going to be an asshole.
To be fair, we did set this up in a way.
That doesn't mean we could just steal from them.
No, but what I'm saying is we can go and ask them what the fuck this is.
If do not use my crowbar, can I have it back?
No.
Sigh.
Pretty valid answer, to be fair.
See the
Yeah.
actual defeat in the ghost eyes there. I can actually see the fucking defeat there.
I believe
Joel will
crowbar.
knock on the door using the crowbar.
As you tap the crowbar once from behind you, next to your head in the door, a bolt strikes the wood from behind. Over your head, sorry.
Joel will look at the dart and then knock again.
From behind a pile of these rocks, completely obscured with a DC 24, a drow comes out. Crossbow at the ready, loading in another bolt. That's close enough, friends. Let's not do anything stupid.
Good, Joel, look up the ceiling. Greetings.
Step
Um,
away.
okay.
This
I was
is
wondering
his
if you help.
crowbar.
I watched the whole thing. I'm quite aware.
You can have
But
this
you are
back.
trespassing now, and I would very much
We-
insist you leave.
We were looking for someone.
And
Emas.
not down here, Emas.
We
Now,
helped.
how do you know the name of Emas?
We were down here previously.
In
Hmm.
Elven, because this is the way we talked to them last time. In Elven,
Mm.
I will say to them, or Sylvan, whatever the one, I can't remember if it was Elven or Sylvan we
I think
talked
it
to.
was Elvin.
But I would say to them, well, we were the ones who came down here, looked at the meteorite ore, struck a deal, set up a trade system, and also promised that there would be trade from above, from information passed back and forth.
You are the surface dwellers. And he whistles, and another man from behind the hut, hidden, comes out again, crossbow in hand but lax right now. These two drow men come up and stand next to each other, putting themselves between you and the goods as best they can. Well, we thank you for doing what you have done. But Emas is not here. She is back in the Underdark.
Who's taken her place then?
No one's taken her place. Her research is done.
We just want to talk to somebody because we've got questions about something that's on the surface, and we want to see if,
Am I not a somebody?
well, do you know quite deeply researched different biomes and mushrooms and fungus?
I know these ones. He points to see the glowing biofungus that's around you, bioluminescent fungus. Sorry.
Can I do an insight check to see if Emas is really down in the Underdark or if they've overthrown her somehow?
Make an insight check.
Down in the underground.
I love a good coup.
18.
18. He's pissed off. He's tired. He doesn't like you guys for some reason. But you don't think he's lying. You think he's trying to do the whole, if I just tell them the truth, they'll fuck off attitude right now. But he doesn't seem to be lying.
Look, I don't want to waste your time. I just want to talk to somebody who's maybe done a bit of research. That's all.
Well, you're failing at one of those things.
Can we get...
Recent surface dweller. I don't care what you want here. You've done your business. You helped set up the state. Fantastic. Good for you. But this is now
What's in
on
those
our
crates?
hands. Stuff.
Not helpful.
Exactly. That's how I plan
Fair
to be.
point. Are these mushrooms
we
edible?
can-
Some.
Which ones?
Not telling. You'll have to find out how our people found out.
I'll look at the party. Good luck with that.
Well, maybe you can give us some answers. My name's Kelligor.
Uh-huh.
I pause briefly expecting him to give me his name, but after he doesn't, so there's a mushroom growing on the surface that's causing the spores, and whoever breathes in the spores, they go mad.
Uh-huh.
I was just wondering if, and I'll describe the other symptoms as well.
Yeah, you described the
Um,
maddening rot.
Just
No.
so nothing like that. Yeah.
No. You would know if it was from Underdark, it would be glowing for to begin with.
Well, I mean, we haven't personally seen these mushrooms because
Mm.
it's too dangerous to get close.
I mean, we have mushroom that make you sick, for sure. But mushroom that make you kill your friend and family? Maybe in undiscovered parts. But we don't go into the deep bits of the Underdark for various reasons, i.e. you will die.
This might be me just not paying attention properly,
Mm.
but did we explain what it was to them? Or did they just know
Explain what, sorry?
what maddening rot was?
Yeah, Kelgom gave him
Or-
the symptoms and
Yeah,
everything.
I just
Yeah, okay.
explained it. The
Yeah, I think
symptoms.
I did think I'd fucking just not paid attention.
Just
properly.
spaced that a wee bit.
That's my bad, yeah.
No, that's alright, bro. It's alright.
He was trying the mushrooms just to see which ones were edible.
But
Well, you're still talking.
would there be someone that is maybe like an expert on mushrooms? For the
Sure.
Underdark purpose.
But they're not here. They're in their fancy houses and...
How long have you been stationed here?
2 of your weeks?
What's in those boxes?
Stuff. Same answer.
Can I see?
No.
Why?
Because I said so.
It was worth a try, to be fair. It was worth an ask.
Hmm.
You seem awfully grouchy for only
Um,
being here 2 weeks.
I don't want to be here.
Well, that's not the right attitude.
Great. Thanks for the insight in my life.
You're welcome.
We can
Happy to help.
Thank you.
get over here. But would you mind passing a message on for us?
Sure. What is the message?
Yeah, just write a note. I'll address it to Eva, just asking if there's anyone that she knows of that might be able to give a better insight into how these mushrooms are.
You write this note, fold it over, and pass it over. He immediately just opens it and reads it himself. Sure.
Can I insight check him to see if he'll actually do it?
Make an insight check.
I respect this guy's attitude, I must say, but it's really annoying interrogating him. Insight, that is a 24.
24. You can tell he considers at one point either using it for toilet paper or kindling at some point, but then he thinks better, and he will pass the note.
Oh. Appreciate it.
Mm. So you're part of our friends.
I'll reply in Thieves' Cant, just like a kind of a bit of a maybe greet each other and our friends.
He stares at you blankly.
Okay, they haven't passed that on. Yes.
I have a message from your employer. I was waiting for the next group to come, but you'll do. Your last shipment made it. 2 died. Sorry, shit happens. Doesn't help you bring shit surface dwellers and weak elves down. But 2 died. But shipment made it.
What are you shipping?
Stuff.
What's in those boxes?
None of your business.
Is it stuff?
It is quite potentially stuff.
Fucking knew it. Is it the poison?
Some.
What is that poison? I've never seen it before.
It's poisonous.
It's very fast acting.
It is.
Very deadly.
But here's the thing.
Exclusive to the Underdark?
Do you have things to go with the stuff?
Sometimes.
Stuff and things.
Sometimes.
Right.
What's in those boxes?
Items.
What are you shipping?
Fucking Taylor's trying to hold it together so well right now.
Do you see where this conversation's going?
Nowhere.
You ever
What's in
had
those
banana
boxes?
before?
A banana.
How can you? They're non-migratory.
They're
Yeah.
perfect for emotional support.
Yeah. And I'll chuckle more from rations. So imagine
Where are
we've
you
got
getting
some
these
fruit.
bananas?
Oh, that was my banana.
Where are you getting these from?
He takes it.
Peel the skin.
Just eat.
No,
Oh.
no. Peel the skin. Eat what's inside it.
He gets a dagger and just stabs it, cuts it open.
Yeah, it works, I suppose.
And he opens it and then just begins to like eat from the skin still. I'm
No,
sure how to
you
do
don't eat this skin. Look,
What?
and I'll pull out another banana. I'll peel it.
Washes
Oh,
banana
banana.
punches get.
He's very sad. He's only got 2 left.
Why are you
That's
stealing all Wash's bananas?
It's my bananas. We got it from fucking rations. Thank you.
Okay, I didn't realize we were so serious about
Where are you shipping these bananas from?
and
These
with the things and the
bananas.
stuff.
I think-
Things
These
Carried by
bananas.
swallows.
We would request a new shipment of bananas in next order, please, from our friends.
I will only do
How
that
about
if
you tell us what's in the boxes?
you give us information.
Not something I can authorize.
Are we trying to bargain with bananas?
Well, I don't care about the boxes.
Hashtag bargain with bananas.
That's how we do deals now. It's bananas.
I don't care about the boxes and what you've got in them. I just want to know if we can talk, or if you can take us to someone that we can talk to about these mushrooms.
Sure, do you want to go to Underdark?
How far in?
3 days to nearest town.
I will look towards Caligorm.
Tireless road. Use surface dwellers, and he looks to Falcoris and Caligorm, and the weak elves won't make it. I'll be fine.
See,
Yeah, I'm part
imagine
elven.
being weak.
Is this someone else insulting Lavender? I just want to take a note.
I think it's
This is
everyone.
another person
honestly,
insulting
I think this is
Lavender.
everyone.
I
Don't
just-
worry.
I think he's.
Well,
he's
now I
just
want to
smacking
go.
Of elves. I think it's elven racism, is what
Well,
this is. So
I have a bear, so
Great,
You
bigger
know.
target. I'm sure the cloakers will love that.
I mean, I don't think the
threaten my bear.
I'm not
It's
threatening
war.
your bear, I'm telling you the truth. The Underdark is no place for surface dwellers, as evident by your fucking trade people.
What are they trading?
Stuff.
Um, Jill, I'd say this is your call. I feel like you're very much tied up in the fate of Lustery.
I'm not the one who's can't really see well down here. I'm
We can
not.
see.
I'm not in as much danger.
Trust me, my friend, you go down there, you'll be in all the danger.
What if
I
I'm
don't
already
care
dead?
if you're a pet statue. Oh, great, good for you. You can die a second time, be more painful this one.
I can go for 3.
Hmm.
Do you know what might help if I knew what was in those boxes?
It really wouldn't, I can promise you that for sure.
Sidebar. Can we make a decision if we're going down or not?
I'm good to go.
Personally, I say no. There's not any point. If they don't know what it is, then it's not like anybody else is going to be helpful. I'm sure there's mushroom people up on the surface. Have you asked?
You've heard of one. There's a
You've
drow on
given
the
me your
surface.
letter. You give me your letter, I can deliver it and sure pass on the message to next people.
Save us 3 days with the Thunderbrands being the dickheads.
That's true.
What a stupid name.
There's a ship in there.
Yeah. Hi, and what's your name? Grouchy McGrouchfuck.
You know
No.
what thunder is?
No.
Well, that's just depressing.
So you're just a judgmental prick for no reason, then.
Yeah.
What's in the boxes?
Stuff. Fuck off now.
Alright,
Okay.
it's time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Could we take one of
Been
those
a
boxes with
pleasure.
us?
No,
Why?
because I said so.
Why?
Stays here for telly.
Please.
No.
Banana.
No.
2.
Looks
Stop
to his
giving
friend.
away my fucking bananas.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay, now, boys, here we go. Roll of the century. I got a +0 to persuasion. Ooh, that's an 18. And that's a 16.
Mhm.
So 16.
You can see this child even speak when looks at his friend and looks back at you guys. You'll give me 10 banana.
How many bananas do we have?
Not 10.
But we can make a deal to have more delivered.
If you have delivery of banana next time if I'm on shift, I'll let you open a box.
Joel will take the crowbar and walk towards one of the boxes.
No. If you give me 10 banana first.
That's not how it works. We can organize a trade deal to get 10 banana delivered to you.
Mm-mm. I
We
want
could do
10
it for
banana.
20 banana to get delivered to you. Or you could just tell us what's in the box for however many bananas we have. How many bananas do we have?
Not 10.
I never said how many. I just said, like, I don't care if we have 10 or not. What's the number?
Oh, see, you guys have 4 bananas left.
For 4 bananas, will you at least tell us what's in the box?
Washes up my fucking bananas.
We're just slowly getting closer to 7. Just, what's in the box?
Consider this a down payment on the future bananas.
He points to one of the boxes. That one. Poison racks. Going to Brazenfort. Points to another one. That one. Ammunition. Crossbows and the like. Of drow design. Going to Brazenfort.
Why so many going to Brazenfort?
That's where our friends want them.
I'll look to Kelligorm. And just sort of shrug at him, like, why?
The Ryan's operation.
What's he doing? He seems like he's gearing up for.
You can have your petty conversations later, banana, now.
Give the man his 4 bananas.
I don't want to. They're mine.
You hear a
Can't go back
crossbow.
on
Can
I'm
I?
gonna go the man
Which
over
one of
first.
them? Which one of them did it? Which one of
The
them
one
did
that's
it?
not you, the one that has not been speaking to with you guys.
I'm just gonna look at him and go, please, try it, please.
We made a deal. The first guy
Watch.
keeps speaking. I would quite like the bananas, please.
Just toss him. Kind of like begrudgingly.
He meets in the middle, picks up the bananas, and puts them in his backpack. Appreciated.
Right, you're done
You should
with.
eat the brown
I'll turn
bits
back to
first. You
Kelegorm.
should wait till they go brown. You'll enjoy them more.
They go brown.
Yes.
How long?
Leave them out in the air for a little while. I'm sure you'll enjoy them more. It's sweeter, you know.
We will try with one banana.
And,
Fair
Quite
enough.
good warmed up as well.
and Sylvan, I'll just say, don't listen to them. Eat them as they are.
I'll speak back in Sylvan and tell Falcoris to shut the fuck up.
Stitches get
Yeah,
stitches.
When did you learn Sylvan? Because
I've
me
always
and
learned Sylvan.
no, because me and
It's Elvish that we
Elvish.
speak in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only know Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Tiska.
oh well.
I've got Common, Orc, Sylvan, and Celestial.
Alright, have fun talking to the angel we'll never meet.
Listen, we still need to find that fucking angel.
Listen, I think you now need to leave. Our business is concluded. We have completed a transaction. Black market style.
Hostage negotiation over bananas.
How do you know what
Um,
black market is?
Because we have it in the Underdark. You think you're so fucking special?
But why would you call
Why
it
do you
black
surface
market?
fellas think you invented it? What the is what it's called? Why are you called an elf?
No, because black market. The reason why it's called black market is because it's in the darkness, away from the sun. You would know that down
Joe
here.
will gesture to the cave.
No, but I'll be like, you wouldn't know that down here.
Are you really going to hit me up with fucking semantics of a word?
Hey, I'm just doing what you were doing. Anyways,
Touche.
and I'll tell
Where
them
did you
and
learn French?
start walking. And yeah, where did you learn French? And I'll grab Kelegorm and start pulling him.
Bet you're friends with Jesus.
He built the house, he
Fucking hell,
repaired
as
it.
well. Listen, the carpenter who did this, don't trust him.
He kept giving me fish. I quite like it.
Well, the thing is,
Could be
we only
bread
just
as
take
well.
one,
Mm.
and
It was weird. He only had one half loaf. Now I have many. Quite tasty.
I hear
I
he can do
shall
the same
have-
for bananas if you ask him.
I shall have banana and bread. I think that would be a good combination.
If you can cook them together,
Mm.
you can do quite a good loaf there. Get some banana bread. We call it on the surface.
You can go now. Fucking weirdest interaction in D&D ever. You
Kelegorm,
guys leave.
as when we're out of earshot. Why the fuck is he preparing a fucking assault on Brazen Fort?
I have no idea.
I think we might need to check in with them when we get back from the Thunderbrands,
Definitely think so.
and maybe get some bananas ordered. I don't know where we order. There's not a website for bananas.
How do you know what a website is?
How do you know what a website is?
Ah, that's he's
I
moving
think,
stuff that's big enough for a full-on assault on Brazen Fort. If there's more shipments, which I imagine there is, whatever he's trading in return, that's not good. Not after what you told us.
You'd probably say something.
Do we get a fucking
So
break
he's
from
got-
shit?
No.
Stop
So
going
he's-
places then.
Just to reiterate everything, he now has essential full control over Gahima South. He's asked me to kill someone. He's stockpiling munitions and poison. It's a lot of pieces falling together at the moment.
What? Is he trying to take over the fucking country? Like,
I don't
At
think
the
he
least,
will.
the city.
He has no children. He's getting old. He has no legacy outside of him.
He has nothing to lose either.
He has everything to lose. And I
Nothing
think that's
wins.
what's driving him. And I think this is a means of preserving.
Then
I
maybe
mean, he's
we need to get
65
a
years
message
old.
to Present for it. Warn them that something is happening.
I think we need to be more covert about it.
Can't
fucking
take
hell,
too
Killer
long.
Gum.
If we are open and if we are making known that we're investigating that, he'll flee the scene. This man's been wanted by the courts for years and this man's to evade it. Even to those that know where he is. Every single raid that's ever happened on that cistern, he knows how to get everyone out in time, make it look like no one's ever been there.
But why then assault the city? Because that's what it looks like he's trying to do.
Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to assault us.
He's stockpiling enough to do it. What's he gonna do? Go in the fucking woods and have a bit of a fun party?
I'm not saying assaulting Brazenfort specifically.
Then what?
He's preparing for something, though.
You need to find out. We cannot have
Okay.
this. You talked about the creed and innocent people dying. If he is going to assault something, innocent people are going to die, Kilogorm. You have to give the same vigor to him as you gave the creed.
I'm more than aware. As far as he's concerned at the moment, I think he plans to use me in this plot. Somehow. That's why he's asked me to kill someone for him when the time is right.
Who are you killing?
I don't know yet. But I mean, I'm not killing anyone. It's just that he's asked me to do it when the time comes.
Are you supposed to check back in with him and find out? Or is he going to get a message to you?
He's going to get a message to me.
And then I suppose we keep going with what we're doing, and sooner or later, we'll get a message and that will tell us what he's up to.
We need more details. He'll only tell him who to kill. He won't tell him anything else. He's
We
keeping
can
you in
make
the
a
dark.
guess, but for now, we should maybe get out of this tunnel.
Well, we're walking right now. Can you not see? I thought you had the greatest dark vision ever, eh?
Matt, see, is where we're leaving.
Yeah.
See the body that was there?
Mhm.
Can I just quickly look over to see if it's got anything identifiable as it being a member of our friends?
Make an investigation check, please. Just one more time as you scan out to see if they're
Yeah.
identifiable.
It is 14.
14. You don't feel this is someone from your organization. They wear mismatched armor. They have a deliberately empty burlap sack with climbing gear, and you think this is an adventurer who unfortunately chose the wrong place to adventure.
Okay.
Another civil
But you
war on our
guys get
hands.
to the chain. Sorry.
I would just be walking like another civil war on our hands. How fucking fun.
We won the last one.
Yeah. We know nothing about this one.
Yet.
Well, who wants to go and take on some orcs?
Oh, good, because our problems just haven't kept mounting at all.
You get to the chain, and again, you with ease climb up its spiked metal links and breach to the surface again, breathing in that fresh, cool air of the surface instead of that horrible, dusty, muggy underground air. And as you look over to your north, again, you can still see, as per usual, the mountain range that waits before you, waiting to embrace you. We move forward, and I say, you guys heading straight the nearest pathway you can find, or?
Yeah.
Much so.
Cool.
I assume the direct route.
Make your way, and through the mountains at the bottom there are deliberate pathways up, like when you found Da Vinci and that sort of stuff, the scorpion. Deliberate pathways up to begin with, but then peter out into you're on your own territory at that point. You find one of these said paths and begin to make your ascension, going up and up and up into the mountains, higher and higher and higher as you go. Whoa, that's fucking windy.
It's fucking windy.
Arctic fox beam.
Trampoline.
As you begin to end the first day of climbing, you find a suitable place where the mountain, the rock plateaus a little bit. You're not terribly high up, but high up enough where it's going to start getting cold and windy soon. And you need to think about these sort of things. But as you guys are making up a space to pop the magical tent, you do see before you, a little bit further up the path, maybe a few 100 feet or so, the flickering light of a campfire.
Can I get out the spyglass?
Yeah.
And
You pop it to your eye, and with the spyglass you can make a perception check with advantage to see if you can work out where this was happening.
oh, okay. 22.
22. Is that with advantage? Yeah.
Yeah, with advantage.
Yeah. So you see a single, like I said, a single campfire. You can see a small, very much makeshift tent, which looks like it's basically been made out of a couple of jackets or cloaks that have been stitched together loosely. So tent isn't the right word. Shelter is probably more of a better one. And you can see right now from, again, your sort of lower down vantage, you can see one person currently. Tan skin, male, human nature, maybe about in his 50s or so. Looks a bit distraught, disheveled, you know, worse for wear.
Is there anything identifiable about him that might be indicative of whether he's part of the Thunderbrands or if he is a victim of the Thunderbrands?
You know the Thunderbrands are basically barbarians and that sort of stuff, so he doesn't wear anything that gives him that barbaric look that the Thunderbrands would often have.
No.
He doesn't have any tattoos, given the the Thunderbrands often would ink themselves with. Again, he just looks like he's rough as fuck. You can tell he's bruised. He's got cuts that have dried blood coming out of them that he's tried to wipe away, but they're just smeared. But he's standing up and he's keeping watch. He's looking around. Doesn't seem to notice you guys.
I'll relay all that information. What
we
should
should
we
go
do?
say
Should we
hello.
approach?
Could be one of the monks, maybe.
It might be worth it if I try and sneak around. Get an advantage point just in case.
You do you.
So, do you guys want to all go ahead, apart from Kellegum is going to break off and sneak?
Yeah.
Wash will stay behind.
Cool. Well, in that case, Kellegum, if I'd like you to make a stealth check, please. And the rest of you are just walking up the path, then obviously no check required or anything else like that. Unless you want to be sneak.
Moving at half speed gives myself advantage.
Yep, you take your time,
I'll
yeah.
do that. That's good because that was a dog shit roll.
He's dog shit. He's dog shit. He's correct. He's correct.
Yeah, it's 21.
21. You feel quite well hidden, using the rough ground and terrain to keep yourself masked. Excuse me. You go around the back, and as you're sort of sneaking around, Kelagorm, whilst the rest of you coming up, you'd all see this just from your different perspectives. Inside this makeshift tent, there is a second person. It's a woman. She's currently wrapped up in a whole lot of blankets that, again, are makeshift in design. And by all accounts, is asleep right now.
I suppose do our best not to accidentally sneak and just sort of make us quite obvious, I suppose, that we're approaching.
Yeah.
So we don't
And
startle them.
as you guys approach, this man does clock you all, apart from you, Kelgorm. He does clock all of you guys. And he immediately goes in front of the tent and takes up a defensive position. Not wielding any weapons, just clenched fists, open arms.
Easy, traveler. And I have literally nothing on me. Because my sword's
He's
not there.
naked.
Well, yeah. Butt naked, walking through. When
Just your banana hanging
yeah,
out.
exactly.
Bandana.
No weapons on me.
Yeah.
Easy, traveler. What's wrong?
He's lost for words seeing you guys approach with your arms up, or at least Falcoros with his hands up. He's just, don't stay there.
All right, I'll
Don't
stay.
come.
Easy. Is everything all right?
Make it, as you're sort of saying, make a insight check for me, please.
Ooh, that's gonna be a high one. That is a 23.
23. He is terrified right now. Seeing, and knowing the fact of terrified of you guys or your races, he's terrified of just seeing someone living right now. Best you can tell. The other person in the tent hasn't reacted in the slightest.
Still with hands up. Let me guess. Thunderbrands.
Don't say that name. Just keep that. I never want to hear that again.
Okay. We're not part of them, and I'll literally, like, obviously I can't move aside the armor, but any kind of branding I'll show them that I know of or anything. And I'll just be like, not part of them. In fact, this party here, we are going to be heading forward to find out about the movements.
Do you have a healer?
Yes, we do. He is, and then I'll start turning towards Joel. He might look a bit scary, I'm going to be honest with you, but it's all right. He is our healer, and he's, yeah. And I'll point to Joel. This here,
Believe it or not, I am the medic.
this here's Joel. I'm for chorus. This is Wash, Lavender, and we do have a friend called Killigorm that is scouting ahead.
If you don't mind me asking, as well with hands up, how bad is the wounds?
I'm fine. It's her. She's quite bad.
I can heal you both. Not a problem.
I don't care. I just need her healed.
I will put my hand on the, our friend Joel, to be like, why don't you save your healing for more appropriate times?
If someone's injured, I'd consider this an appropriate time for healing.
Don't worry about it. I will. If you just to the man, if you don't mind.
He steps aside from the tent, again, the makeshift tent, but still with his arms up in a very defensive position. And as you approach her, you can tell now that you can see she isn't asleep. She's unconscious. Her face, even still being unconscious, is scrunched tight with pain. Her dark hair is sticking to her forehead from the amount of sweat that's coming off of her. Can I get you to make a medicine check, please?
Sure. Roll of. Oh, that's bad. Let me scroll the sheet.
New character sheet, who dis?
That is a 17.
17. This is definitely an infection of some sort that she's trying to fight off. She's completely feverish, and it's winning at this point in time. And as you sort of, try and ascertain what's wrong, as you sort of peel back the blankets, you come to see her left leg has been more heavily bound up with cloth and clothes, and as you begin to undo this, the smell of rot, for lack of a better term, immediately punches you. And as you pull back, you can see that her shin is sticking out from the knee. She is in a rough way.
Joel will lift an eyebrow that no one can see at Wash.
A metaphorical eyebrow.
Sure you can handle that?
How much of my lay on hands would be required here?
This is quite a lot of healing needed for this one.
How much, bro?
Let's say 30 healing.
Cool. I used 30 of my healing
Fucking alright.
pool.
How does lay on hands? How does it look when Wash casts lay on hands?
It's a little. It's not like a golden. It's weird. It's like it starts out kind of like sparks, essentially like little lightning bolts, which then just little golden lightning bolts, but then just moves into a kind of very soothing golden, like goldenish blue light, essentially.
Nice. And this goldenish blue light, as you say, you put your hands around her leg, and as you grab it each side the leg where the bone is protruding from, her face immediately scrunches up in agony, even though she's not conscious to react to it. And as you cast your energies in, you all can see and hear more disturbingly the bone move itself back inside the leg. With a final snap and jolt, the bone sets itself and the skin heals over. You would know that this is an immediate fix. This will still take time to heal. But the damage is done, the healing will come, and the fever can be beaten. It's now just...
It should have cured the disease, actually.
Oh, actually, yes, that's a very good point. Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, yes, the fever will definitely be broken by morning. At this point, thematically speaking, just up to her to come back with it. And you can see this man, his guard drops at that point, and you can see his eyes begin to well up a little bit.
And Joel
Thank you.
see before he does anything, like how badly is the man injured?
Far better than her, obviously. He's upright. He doesn't appear to have any broken things, but you can tell he is purple with bruises almost all over. He has got one eye that is black and almost sealed shut, and cuts and scrapes across his spare skin. But more
Joel
importantly,
just,
actually, one thing actually to a good point. He is not dressed for walking these mountains. You can see his simple clothes, so he's been suffering from exposure, but also his shoes are not fit for the terrain, and you can see they have split at the edges, and his feet have been bleeding from walking on these rocks, not wearing the appropriate footwear.
Can Joel hold his hand out to shake? But then, like, if the man goes to grab it, just cast Cure Wounds on him? Like,
You certainly can. I'll let you roll your Healy. And as you shake his hand, again, he is initially skeptic with your terrifying visage, but he does, especially as you feel the energy washes over him, he sort of stands up straight a little bit. Oh, thank you.
don't know if it matters. That's 10 points of healing.
Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry, plus 18 points of healing.
Yep. You see that again, a
plus
lot.
8. But fuck it, just plus 5, 15 points of healing.
You see the smaller cuts seal over, and the bruises, stay bruising, but they'll heal quickly now. But more importantly, the exposed cuts, and especially his feet, heal immediately. Thank you.
I'll go into the bag of holding, and as I am doing that, I'll say, Joel, you're not attached to these, and I'll pull out his fucking old boots.
Well, not anymore anyway.
Do you mind if I
Can't
give
put
them?
boots on over my boots, can I?
Thank you, travelers. You are most kind.
Would you like to shelter in a much better tent for the night?
You have room?
Yeah, we've
Plenty.
got room.
Oh my god, that
Joel will move and
amazing.
just go, with your permission, would you like me to carry her down?
No, I've carried the burden so far. I'll do it more.
Then you shouldn't have to do it anymore.
I need to.
Just for the night, I don't have any muscles.
No, I will insist. And he goes over, and you can see that by this, again, makeshift tent, he has basically fashioned together a bunch of sticks to make a stretcher that he's been dragging down the mountain. He carefully moves her over onto this stick stretcher and follows you down to the path where you had your camp ready.
What's your
Dragging
name,
the sticks.
traveller?
My name is Tomir,
Amir.
but people just call me Tom. And this is Sandy.
I don't really want to plague your questions, but we are going, like I said, we are going further in to deal with the group. And is there any sort of information? This is I don't know what thematically. This is when we're around the fire and our tent. Okay.
Oh, okay. Let me get the fucking music off then. Jeez, let me change up here. We're in the fucking tent now. We don't need wind stuff.
No, we don't really
Silence.
wind stuff. It's nice in the tent. It's fucking beautiful in the tent.
Oh, it's beautiful in the tent. Let me get some beautiful stuff on. Fucking. What do we want here? We want. Where is it? I had it before. There we go.
Yeah,
Thematics of the tent.
I kind of jumped ahead. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'll be saying any sort of information you can give us will help us massively.
You help me and Sandy more than I owe you my life, and so does she. We came from the monastery, the Suntop Monastery. They came a couple of months ago. We are trained in martial arts and the like, and we tried to hold them off. But their sheer brutality and weight of numbers, we couldn't. And we're not, warriors. We're people who come to seek, well, me personally, spiritual enlightenment and the like. Violence isn't our nature, so we were very quickly defeated. Those that survived were rounded up and herded into the cellar levels of the monastery. We were beaten. We starved. We were dehydrated. We watched friends turn on friends. He starts to shake a little bit. But then there was the fucking lottery.
What's a lottery?
A Goliath would come down. Nuloth, his name was. He'd pull out a bag of stones, 5 in colour. A red one, a blue one, a green one, a yellow one, and a white one. And he'd point to random people in the crowd. And we'd each have to take a stone at random. He had a second bag, with the exact same colour stones. And he'd put his big fucking hands in and mould them around and randomly pull one out. If your colour was picked, you were dragged away. You were beaten some more. You were used as a fucking toy. While still alive, taken to the top walls that the monastery overlooked the mountains and kicked over the edge. For fun. For fucking sport. Every day without fail. So yeah. I don't want to go back there in a million years.
Can Joel be cooking something as well as
pretty
going on, cooking a good
understandable.
hearty meal?
You absolutely can try and be cooking something. I'll make a, what was it your cook check was before survival check, as you're trying your best.
I think he ended up giving me a fake.
Can I
style
help
cooking as
by
well.
offering to be taste tester? So
Certainly, you
since
can roll
you
with
can't
advantage.
anymore.
Yeah, you can roll with
That
advantage
is
under being a taste
Fucking
test.
brave.
Oh, with advantage, that's very good. That's 23.
23. What are you making? What are you trying to make?
I'm not going to risk the mushrooms on random travelers.
That's
The
a
thought
part of your
crossed my mind
experience.
that was a guilt-free way of doing it, But just use something meaty because he's clearly been on the road a while.
Mhm.
Something with calories.
A lot of calorific things. So you get a nice good beef sort of meal going, and it is a good thick beef stew with all the root vegetables you could want, and it gives that proper autumnal taste. And lavender, the first batch, when you're doing your taste test, and the first bit is not good. But with your guidance, and with each spoonful that you take when Joel says try, but as Joel would often would just do, it gets better and better and better until, hand on heart, lavender, this is the best stew you've had. It's really good. But you
Joel
bowl
will
it up,
offer a very large portion to the man.
and he takes it
then
and he scoffs it down. This thing should last him a good few minutes. He's eating it in seconds. He is starved, and it shows.
Joel then just give the portion that he would have kept for himself to him as well.
He eats this one at a more normal pace.
Can you try and also like make some, I don't know, make something a bit softer and like ground the meat or something, and try and like feed it to the woman when she's unconscious? Like something a bit more
that might not
soupy.
be the best idea right now. You
No,
would be
something
best for her to
soupy.
wake up. No, but
Soupy.
say she's completely unconscious right now, so you don't want to try and
Smack her.
You can try and rouse her certainly, but
So we'll try and rouse her.
you try, and it takes you a few minutes, and she comes to, but she is exceptionally lethargic and lightheaded right now. Again, from just being unconscious and fighting the fever. She is winning, but the fever is still dying inside her still. So she is quite a bit out of it.
Joel probably then starts by giving her some water or something easier first.
So yeah, you give her water, and basically you're nursing her to eat and drink right now, whilst Tom is telling his story and you guys are asking questions.
Well, that's where we're going. We're going to the monastery.
Gods be with you, friends, because they've abandoned everything else there.
What I do need to ask
That's
is...
lightning.
What was that, sorry?
That's enlightening.
It's something.
What I do need to ask is... have they extended the monastery in any way?
Still the original building. They've, decorated,
Yeah.
you can call it. They've put defensive pikes on the outside, wooden staves and the like, but no, they haven't built.
Okay. Rough number, if you can think.
I mean, when we made our escape, I wasn't really paying attention. I had a quick glance running. When they attacked us, I don't know. Far too many. 100, maybe.
Oh, good.
And again,
So
I'm
the
being
odds
conservative.
are
I don't know.
wonderful.
I wish I could tell you. I don't know, sir.
No, it's all right, Tom. It's just gathering more information than what we've already got.
I get that, and I'm sorry.
Oh, don't say sorry. You're fine. You're good.
One thing that might be very beneficial for us.
Mhm.
We've had some scouts look at the area, see what's going on, but the monastery is very secretive. I have no idea of layout, entrances, or anything like that. If you can,
Help.
I'll get out like a little sheet of paper and
Yeah.
like
I'll give you more details
Start,
throughout the
like,
week, sort of
drawing
thing.
something.
But as he basically draws a long rectangular built structure. It is 3 stories. So the bottom story is the cellars. Next is living accommodations like bedrooms and that sort of stuff. You then have like the training rooms basically on the 3rd inner floor, the top floor. On top of that, you then have the actual courtyard itself, where they would, do their training, their prayers, whatever it may be, sort of thing. On the outside walls, they're quite high up. One of these walls overhangs the mountain itself. You guess which was referenced to in the lottery. Each corner has a large tower, but in the center there is a larger tower in the courtyard, a circular large tower, where on top of which is a large golden dome that catches both the morning and the evening sun at a specific time of the day.
Does he know of any secret entrances that we could use?
He doesn't know of any secret entrances, but he will produce a key for you, and it is the key to the cellars.
That's helpful.
All right.
And
That's
if
good.
you ask him as well, he will tell you that he only escaped through him and Sandy and 2 other people broke their way out through brute force alone when the guards got lazy. But only he and Sandy ultimately made it out. He mentions one of them died trying to leave. Him and Sandy made it off. That's how Sandy broke her leg. They had to jump the wall. And that's how Sandy unfortunately broke her leg. So Tom and one of the other survivors dragged her until the war party caught up with them and tried to finish the job. Yeah, we jumped the wall. Sandy broke her leg badly, and I'm not a herbalist. I couldn't treat anything. But me and our friend, we dragged her down. But they sent 4 orcs after us. Me and my friend tried to hold them off, but they were too good. He died almost immediately. And before I knew it, I had 4 orcs about to finish the job. And I thought that was it for me and Sandy over there. But we were then saved from... You're not going to believe me, so I do apologize. But it is true. An owlbear came out of nowhere and mauled these 4 orcs right in front of me. It was horrific, but beautiful at the same time, you know? But it then walked away. And then it dropped its form. Turns out it was a drow.
There he is.
He ran into the distance without saying a word.
Was he wearing clothes?
No, I didn't think to include that, but no, he wasn't.
So the rumors are true.
What the fuck are you talking about, Joe?
I've heard there's a man that lives in nature.
Have you never heard the stories?
I would say, what, you
used
have
to hear
heard
them.
rumors of a druid? You have heard rumors in the guild of a insane druid? And he is
Called
labeled
him-
as insane.
They called him Brother Nature, if I remember rightly. Used to say he used to wrestle dangerous animals naked.
I can't testify for that. All I can testify for is there was an owlbear, and then there was a drow. But more importantly, there was 4 dead orcs, and I could get Sandy away.
Well,
Well, would you?
with the information
Wow.
you've given us, I think it's a lot to go by, especially this map. We can use that a lot.
Yes. I wish you the best, of course. You're gonna need everything you can for going in there. It's for a place that was once such a place of enlightening and awakening. It's now just a place of pure evil. But if you can, rescue whoever's left. And I don't mean to put urgency on you, but every single day, guaranteed at least one person is dying from this lottery. The longer you leave it, I fear soon there won't be anyone left.
Understandable. And we're getting there as quick as we can.
Where will you go in the morning?
Off this fucking mountain range, if you'll excuse my language.
Oh.
Anywhere.
Where are
I'll
you?
find civilization. I'll find the nearest caravan. I'll find a way.
Go to the
I
fort.
just need to get off this mountains.
Go to the fort. Fort in the south.
Fort Hayden.
Yeah, Fort Aiden. There's people there. There was a captain, Captain Ishii. Tell her that we sent you. The Twilight Company. She'll know who that is.
We'll go there and hopefully Sandy can walk in the morning with your help, so it shouldn't take me too long.
She'll
again,
be able to
thank you.
walk in the morning.
Thank you
Fine.
so much for all your help. Both of you. All of you.
Can
I'm
you also
truly in
just,
your
like,
debt.
steal some rations from someone's bag and give them to him as well?
Thank you.
We
You've
had
done more than
bananas,
enough.
but they ended up being traded away.
Not my thing, but thank you very much. With that, you guys all begin to head off to your respective beds with this newfound information, the horrors that be inside this monastery. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. I know we dragged on a little bit, but I just wanted to get some things in because it was a bit of a late start, so I just wanted to get these in. So again, sorry for you guys in chat if this ran a bit too much for yourselves, and again, to you players as well, thank you so much. But just wanted to say, as per usual, thank you so much for coming this evening. I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Andy, any sign-ups or...
Well, first of all, I would like to say Nerd Rock from the Sun followed us. I don't know if you're still in here, but thank you for the follow.
That is
Appreciate
an
it.
awesome name.
Nerd Rock from the Sun. Nice. we won't be doing a raid tonight. But yeah, just tune in on Monday. That is the next content piece that will be on Immersive Realms. It'll be Brothers Plate 3, along with Chef Matt here and Kilo as they continue their shenanigans and good old Baldur's Gate 3. And you can tune in to their absolute chaos. 7:30 UK time. But otherwise, yeah, back to you, DM.
Thank you so much. Well, as we say, and as we always say, I hope you guys in chat had a lovely evening. Thank you for coming along. And again, once more,